Ya yo, everyone. That is the voice of your Yonko host, DrJaceAttorney, with a gaming stream. But this time, we're here to talk about everyone's favorite gaming company on the market that can do no wrong. They've never done anything wrong in the past before. They're always right. They're just perfect little angels. Nintendo. We're here to talk about Nintendo, but most importantly, we're here to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2. That's right, folks. Today on April 2nd, it's not April Fool's Day, we got the official reveal of the Switch 2, which is set to come out in June of 2025. And we got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot of good, a lot of mid, and a lot of bad. I'm sure opinions will be divided on a lot of these topics, but that's the exciting part. We're here to give you our cold takes, our hot takes, our BS takes. That's what we're here to do today. All about the Switch 2, everything that we got from the Nintendo Direct, and we're here to get started. With me, as always, is fellow Nintendo shill, Grandmaster Hoop. Grandmaster, listen, I know you hate playing new games. I know you hate playing like your Elden Rings, your Ghost of Tsushimas. You know, you hate trying new things, but you love you some Kirby. You love you some Super Mario, your Pokemon, right? This was a Nintendo Direct you were waiting for all this time.
Nintendo showed some good stuff today. They didn't show the one. They didn't show. They didn't show the one thing that I want, and that's anthropomorphic fox and friends who fly around in spaceships. But with that said, that Fry meme from Futurama, take my money.
All of it.
Take my hard-earned, lower tax bracket, middle class, having ass money. Take it all. They can have it. They can have it.
Damn.
Am I happy about some of the prices that we'll get into later? No. Will I pay it anyways and continue to fall into debt? Yes. Take the money.
Priorities, I see. Priorities.
Correct.
We're not alone in this endeavor. Supernova's Dr. Mondo and Jet Black Toasty in the house, and I see very interesting contrasting backgrounds. I see Dr. Mondo's is a hellscape on fire. I don't know if that's representative of the state of Nintendo. And I see Scrooge McDuck in his pile of gold in Toasty's background. What are the feelings going into this overall? Give us a spitball.
Well, normally when it comes to Nintendo, it's like Nintendo is that company that makes money by selling rehashes of what they've done. Granted, like the only thing that I really, really loved was this, because this is so un-Nintendo.
Very un-Nintendo.
It was very un-Nintendo, and obviously it's kind of like it's vampire meets Elden Ring, and basically you have Duskbloods. And I had to wait until almost the end of the entire hour to see this. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Will I buy a console only for this freaking game? Oh no.
Oh, Switch 2 exclusive. We'll get into it. Toasty, I see that you're probably for the corporations in this. You love Nintendo stealing our money. Money.
Hell no, I'm not. I literally picked that picture because of how greedy those corporate bastards are. But I mean, they're gonna succeed anyway because they have blind followers like Grandmaster who are ready to purchase this day one, and it's gonna buy like 3 games with it for X amount of money. One, he says, okay. But no, like for me, it was a good show play, but at the same time disappointing. I mean, that's the best thing. Even for Duskblood, yeah, even for the game Duskblood, that's like one of the most exciting games. But we don't even know if that's exclusive, do we?
It is exclusive. That's what they said.
Is it confirmed?
They had it in their reveal. They said exclusively on
It's
Nintendo
exclusive.
Switch.
Like, is it a limited exclusive or we don't know that?
Don't know, but their
Something
usage
tells me that this game eventually will go to the other console.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
gonna
thing
go
is-
with like a remaster.
The thing is, if you want an example, look to Bloodborne. That was an exclusive for PlayStation,
But
and
yeah,
10 years later, it's still only on PlayStation.
I
So
mean
that's
that's
the one
fair, but
fear.
there are multiple other examples of Nintendo games either going to other system or going to PC. So I mean, there's that too. But I mean, yeah,
Very
let's
true.
move on with this show.
Very true. Very true. Well, let's start with the first game on the chopping block. I feel like we'll get different opinions on this. But Mario Kart World. That's right. That's our day one. That is the game that comes bundled with the system. Should you choose to make that purchase, that's the game. If you want it day one, it's there with your Switch too. A very different Mario Kart. It's open world. Ooh. Listen, for me, I've never been like a Mario Kart person where I'm like, yeah, I need that next Mario Kart. I love me my Double Dash on the GameCube, but I'm not playing Mario Kart by myself. I need roommates or siblings to play this shit with. I'm not playing solo.
You don't have any of those things.
Nothing. I'm just alone by myself. No one to talk to. So for me, they could make this grandiose Mario Kart like reveal trailer. It's not gonna do anything for me. So Mario Kart World, I'm like, all right, that's cool. Move it along. Move it along. Go ahead. Give me your BS.
Go on.
What's your
Okay,
BS?
I will start with this. Like Dr. Mondo said, it's like rinse and repeat with Nintendo. But I now feel the new model is rinse, repeat, and make it open world. I cannot believe we have a Mario Kart open world. Like, what is this? I'm excited to play this game just to see what this actually is, because here I am thinking like,
wait. So let me stop you there. So you're willing to waste your hard-earned cash to play pretty much a rehashed game in an open world format for cars that we're not even sure how the hell that's gonna work.
it looks interesting. Some things they said
the
that,
weather changes. Oh my god, no other game.
okay.
Wait,
Listen,
Grandmaster, I'm sorry to interrupt again. There's a game called The Crew and The Crew 2 who did the same thing.
I don't
So-
know.
Ubisoft games. Ooh.
Ubisoft already did that feature. Like,
Well,
really
guess
all
what?
they did was take that and copy and paste.
What?
If record stands, Nintendo does things better. Okay. I'm curious to see what this open world really is, or whether it's just kind of a drive around and find some Easter eggs, or maybe I'm wondering if there's like side quests. I mean, maybe a loose type of
You
like
want
story.
Assassin's Creed, but with Mario Kart.
I mean, again, you have open world. It just feels
Don't shit on
limitless to what
Assassin's
you
Creed.
can-
I'm playing Shadows right now. I actually like it. But
it
You lost all
feels
credibility.
it feels limitless to what you can do with Mario friends and co in an open world. I like they had the knockout type where there's a function where if you don't make it to the checkpoint, you're knocked out of the race. That sounds like something off of Fast and Furious. I also liked you have to drive to the next track. That's cool. That's different.
Forza did the same thing.
I'll say this. This is the Mario Kart that I feel is we haven't really seen Mario Kart change it up really since like Mario Kart Wii. Because since Mario Kart Wii, we just been having Mario Kart 8 kind of remastered and new.
I mean, there were
tracks and
7.
whatnot.
7 was the 3DS one.
But it doesn't matter. The core of the game was still the same.
I mean, yeah, you're in a car no matter what.
Yeah, but like it really there's nothing been. I mean, Super Nintendo heads are gonna come for me when I say and that Mario Kart has been pretty stagnant in the last decade, I would say. So
Oh, sir.
this looks different. It looks kind of crazy. I'm curious to see how it works. So I'm here for Mario Kart World. Yeah, it looks different. And they're in boats. They're in boats. I will say this. I will say this.
Oh, so they're copying the Sega
The crew.
All-Star Racing. Where
Or
you
the crew.
could transform into a plane, you could transform into a boat. Whoa, but when Nintendo does it,
When Nintendo does it, Nintendo does it better. When Nintendo does it, they do it better. They do it better.
They,
And last,
like they're not daring. Like I'm gonna steal the
not
word
daring.
from your playbook.
Keep it to Mario Kart. Keep it to Mario Kart.
No, it's like again, they're not daring. They're just taking things that people have done before and they're putting it now and trying to glorify it when we all know that Nintendo's always almost consistently a generation behind when it comes to processing and all that kind of stuff when it comes to their games.
So anytime there's an open world, you know, they're just copying what's already been done before. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No,
it
but
won't be a different experience. It won't be something
like trying
new.
to sell it as though it's like the next coming of Jesus when it's not.
I don't think you take things to extremes.
How about this? Do you think it is a justified system seller to bundle with your Nintendo Switch compared to what we got with the Switch 1, where we got Breath of the Wild day one?
Oh, Mario Kart, absolutely. People are gonna eat up Mario Kart. People are gonna eat up Mario Kart. People,
I tried.
You're killing
Are you
me.
crazy?
I tried.
If you don't think people are gonna eat up Mario Kart, you are.
I'm not saying people are not going to eat up Mario Kart.
We're not talking about people eating up. People are going to eat up anything. It's like people will eat the gruel that they give them. It's like, but Breath of the Wild being included versus Mario Kart, give me Breath of the Wild any day.
Okay, well, we don't have a new Zelda game, so.
But you see, the issue
we have Mario Kart.
No, but the issue with the Mario Kart game, let's say you're in a family of 2 kids, right? And you're buying the Mario Kart game. With Breath of the Wild, you would buy 2 games. Each kid have their own system.
Right.
Yeah.
This one, you're not. You're buying one, and you just have to use game share. So there's obviously going to be some profit loss. Yeah, and I mean,
and you can use the Switch, the regular Switch for game share.
That too. So you don't even technically need a new one. You can just buy one Switch 2 with the bundle and just use your old Switch for game share. But the issue is, not to jump ahead, the game share video was blurry. It did not look good. Personally. I mean, because in the background, it did not really zoom in, but I could see it in the background. That thing was blurry.
I'm gonna hold off on specs, but I'm with you. I'm not. Well, I'm here for more of the games. I have my critiques of the specs. So
for me, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The one other thing I was gonna say is, like Dr. J said, this is a difficult game to buy if A, you don't have kids, or B, you're not in college. I guess college would be a good place to play it, I guess. Or C, you're not going to a friend house every weekend, like as a child, to play with them. Like, yeah, you can always jump online and just play by yourself, but who the hell wants to do that?
To me, a game like Mario Kart for me at this stage of my life, it's like if I buy Mario Party, you know, like I'm not playing Mario Party by myself. I'm not playing Mario Kart by myself. I need that social interaction. I don't mind playing it when I, go over people's houses, but the price is another story.
That's because half of the fun is shit talking people that you beat. That's half of the fun of Smash and Mario Kart. If you're doing it by yourself,
you could do it via game chat. You could do it. You could shit talk people. The good old fashioned way, the Modern Warfare 2 way.
But that's the thing. You have to find. I mean, you can always do it with random online, like as if you're playing Call of Duty or something. But you have to find, if it's with friends, you have to find a group of friends that are willing to play this game at a certain hour for a certain amount of time. It's not the same to play online compared to if you're playing in person.
It is different.
In person,
it is different feeling.
Yeah. In person, you can play for 2 to 3 hours at a party. Online, you're probably gonna play for at most 30 minutes to an hour and be like, okay, let's move on, let's play something else. Nobody's sitting at home by themselves playing Mario Kart for 3 hours. It's not happening.
Experiences are going to vary across the board, but to your point, I will say,
I assumed that most people were not mentally challenged to be sitting down playing Mario Kart for 3 hours by themselves.
When I was a boy.
Experience are going to vary, but to your point, I will say Nintendo games, specifically the party-based games, are more fun in a party-based setting. with a group of people. And this game looks like it'd be really fun versus the old Mario Kart, the what is it? The Pride and True. Is that what's the saying?
The good old
The tried and true.
formula.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
This looks like a cool switch up. But
Okay.
yes, to your point, yeah, if you're not playing in a party, maybe you'll get bored. But I'm not here to judge how people play games. I'm talking about how I think I'm going to experience it.
No,
How are you
I
gonna
think
experience it?
Some
Talk
people
about
might
it.
play the game and take,
No, I
5
think
years to beat
it's
it.
just
I mean,
like,
it's,
I
everyone goes at
agree
their
with
own
you.
pace.
Insane that Nintendo, when it comes to like party games like Mario Party, Mario Kart, Super Smash, like group games, they're great. Like for sure, it's like really, really, really fun. But that's where most of Nintendo ends. It's like, and and I think it's like that's the thing with Nintendo. It's like you broadcast yourself almost as party games, but it's like, yo, you're not always at your friend's house. Like, it's like you don't always have someone to play with.
Well, I think there's some other games
there's some
in
other
this
ones.
direct that
Well,
Here.
yeah, but they don't pack nearly as much punch.
well, we can get to those
Well,
games.
Okay.
how about this? Because at the same time they talked about Mario Kart World, this is where, to me, was one of the more interesting parts that I wanted to see the direct for, and that's the specs on the system. They used Mario Kart World to showcase what the thing is actually packing. And I'm going to be honest, I called it. I wanted them to do this, and they did. I won. Vanessa.
Okay, what'd you win? Okay.
I win a Switch 2 screen undocked that could play at 1080p.
Not OLED.
Not OLED. That's okay. That's okay. You can't have everything in the world. We have to make some compromise with Nintendo because they hate treating their fans with respect. But we got an LCD screen. Jesus. At 1080p, 120 FPS, and docked on the station running at 4K 60 FPS. Beautiful. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted on my
There you
goddamn
go, you got
Switch.
it.
That's all
It's
I
gonna look
wanted.
pretty.
It's gonna look pretty. No longer will I be playing Pokemon Scarlet and Nexus running at 15 FPS on my Switch 1. Thank God.
Oh, your Switch One, right?
Thank God. We
No,
can
it's like,
finally
wow,
get an upgrade.
It's like finally Switch caught up only to be left behind in like 2 years.
I'm okay. Nintendo has
Yeah, I
always
don't think.
Nintendo's always operated in its own bubble, separated from the rest of its competition.
It's
Both-
always behind. Let's put
both
it like this.
No
both
one's
to its
worried about
both
that.
to its strength and its detriment. Its strength in the sense of, look what they did with the Switch, great system, great games on it. To its detriment, all the games, most of the games, run like ass on the Switch if it's graphically intensive. Bayonetta 3. Toasty, haven't you played Bayonetta 3 or the Bayonetta games?
No, how do you call it? I played the first one on PC. I do have the second one. I started. It actually runs okay. Like, it's a pretty good running game. However, I was running for the Switch too because I knew there was gonna be some kind of graphical update with a lot of games, which there are. At that point, I was like, "What?"
Oh no, what you're saying? The graphical
Yeah.
updates. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna point that out.
And that's, for me, that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about the graphical update because I knew ahead of time that Nintendo was gonna remaster or unlock the FPS for a couple of their games, which they have done, and they were gonna increase the price. So lucky for me, I was able to buy a bunch of game at a cheaper price, and I'm willing to pay the $10 to upgrade.
We don't know
to
if
the
it's
Switch 2.
$10. You keep saying $10.
Okay,
We don't. It's
assume-
Nintendo. It's
No, but
Nintendo.
either way, like that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do have to admit that was pretty cool.
You see,
Oh, the
but you see,
upgrade.
that's
The
not even-
upgrade for old games.
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
Like if you have like the old game and all that, it's like you don't need to buy a new game.
But Dr. Mondo,
Just a new
it's not even
downloadable
innovative because
version. Yeah.
PlayStation does it already for $10 and Xbox
It
does
does,
it
like,
for free.
but it was like
But-
it's good that they did it. It's
No,
like,
it's good that they did it, but my issue is how are they gonna do it? Because again, not to jump ahead, but because we're talking about that, certain games you have to pay for it. They have announced it. I'm assuming it's going to be $10 because PlayStation does $10. I don't see it being more than 20. That 25 would be the most that I'm willing to pay for it, because a lot of the games that I bought them between $20 and $30. So I would justify by saying I got a Nintendo Switch 2 game for less than $50. However, some games are a free update. So
like Pokemon's Scarlet Nexus have a free update.
Scarlet and Violet, I never played those games because I refused to play a broken mess. But now I have to look for a sale and be like, oh, if I can pick up that game for like $40.
I mean, it might still be broken. It's just prettier.
No, the issue with the game.
Oh no, it'll run better.
It's gonna run better because the issue is that the FPS was at 10 FPS. You have to assume they're gonna bump it up to 45 to 60 FPS no matter what.
Oh, I'm just talking about the bugs in the game still, though.
I mean, the bugs.
Maybe there's bugs still, yeah.
No, but the bugs might be related to the GPU and the CPU not powerful enough to run the game. With a more powerful system, it's most likely that they worked out the kink of the game, which is why they even gave the update for free. They even know that they released a broken mess, which is why they kind of threw it under the table for free for the people to play. So, I mean, that's a game I'm waiting till next week because they're gonna have a preview, I guess.
Yeah, that's
another direct.
Another
direct.
Yeah,
and I'm assuming they're gonna go over the actual gameplay for a lot of those games to show how they run. And if they actually show Pokemon running at 60 FPS, Scarlet and Violet, I'm buying Violet. I'm gonna buy it. I'm like, okay, I never played it. I'm gonna buy it for the Switch too.
I have Scarlet. We can actually trade Pokemon.
That's why I'm buying it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my least favorite. I was happy to see.
You didn't care about the specs at all. You were like,
no, well,
it could have been 4K 20 FPS. I still would have bought it.
I was happy to see the upgraded visuals of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I will probably run those back just because they're a lot prettier.
You have to pay for it, by the way.
I'll pay for it. I already have the game.
Or the alternative is you have Switch Online, the more expensive version.
The $40 a year.
The $40 a year version. For now. And you get those for free.
But I don't like that because I don't own it.
Oh, wait. You talking about the membership? The
membership.
That lasts till 2026?
Wait,
that's what it said. They said they want people to experience it now, but then they'll have to get a membership by 2026.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, that membership. Right.
Oh,
if
no. That was the voice chat. That was only for the voice chat. That was not for
voice chat. I think
voice chat. Voice chat. You need the membership.
Right.
By 2026, you have to actually pay for it.
Yeah, that's what it was gonna be free for a year. That's the only thing that's free. It's the membership.
Right.
I mean, it's the voice chat is free for a year, and then you have to pay, I'm assuming $20 minimum, which is they have two tiers. They have the $20 one and they have the $40 one. I'm assuming you're gonna have to pay $20 for a year, or I'm assuming Nintendo is gonna increase the price of that also. Maybe the 20 is gonna become 30 and the 40 is gonna become 60.
Money.
Honestly, like them giving you kind of like a year, quote unquote, right, for free for you to try it out. That's
a good incentive.
Yeah, they've done that before. That's
honestly pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna shit talk some kids on the game.
No, and it's just like and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like a lot of the other like companies, they don't do that. So correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I'm trying to think. PlayStation. No, technically PlayStation is free. You don't need PS Plus to do it. Technically,
but I think it's the principle is like, okay, so like this is going to be a service that we're going to, we're going to charge you for it.
Yeah, I mean, not charge because it's already part of the membership.
We want you guys to try it out. We want you guys to try it out.
It's a new feature.
If you guys like it, cool. Like you guys have it free for a year and then you buy it. But if you don't like it, cool. You don't waste your money on it. And it's like there's never like that. That feeling, it's like, is it good? Is it not good? No, you actually tried it for a year for free.
It's a trial run. Yeah.
It's a trial run. It's actually pretty good. And also it's like, let's say if there's some like kinks to work out with, especially in the first year, which there will be.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
It's during that free period, right? So you're getting like a demo, a beta. You're trying out the beta for free. And they're fixing it up so when you're actually paying for it, maybe it's a much better finished product.
But you see, my question is, how does it work? Does it work for only if you're in a party with people? Does it work if you're playing multiplayer games? Because if you're playing Mario Kart open world and you're able to trash talk people, that's going to cause controversy with a lot of parents where their kids are playing
There's
games.
the parental controls.
Yeah, there's parental control, but it's not. I mean, assuming most kids are going to break that parental control anyway to play with their friends, there's always that one idiot that's going to be screaming, "You goddamn dumbass," in the middle of the screen. I mean,
what? Because I don't really play online, but you report that stuff, right?
you can report it, but most companies don't do anything about it.
Well, that's the thing. I just feel Nintendo knows that's gonna come with this.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
if
sure
they're
they have
too-
safeguards. They have.
Yeah.
They know who their primary demographic is when it comes to
I just want to
range.
have a list of ban words so I can know how I can cuss out some kid when I win a race. That's it.
Okay.
You don't want to
Now-
ask Toasty what kind of emblems he made in Battlefield to mess
Oh.
with people.
You're a
just say-
troublemaker.
Let's just say my account got banned for like 2 weeks.
There it is. You're the problem. You're the problem. You're asking these questions for
Nintendo
you.
needs to
Okay.
ban people like him from
Yes.
their servers.
Okay, so context, Grandmaster
You
Dr. Mundo. With Battlefield, you had an application where you could upload pictures and create your own custom emblem. So you can imagine,
What you could get away with.
yes,
No safeguards, no.
Oh,
What are you
no.
uploading into our system?
and I'm just gonna say that was during the Trump first presidency. So when things were tense with a lot of issues, I was poking the needle a lot. So
Prodding.
yeah, my EA
prodding,
account was
prodding.
banned.
Okay.
But I got it back.
again, You're the problem. You're gonna be Nintendo's public enemy number one.
Of course, I am a
Say-
problem. I
Stop
know it.
that man!
Who's your main in Mario Kart? Who are they gonna say to watch out for?
Me? Obviously,
Yeah.
Luigi.
Luigi.
Yes.
He's
Okay, they're
more
gonna
of a
say
birdie.
if you see Luigi,
rest in peace.
if you see Luigi wearing this Tanuki suit, skin, driving Bowser's car, this is Jet Black Toasty. You stay away.
You stay
Or
away.
if you see him,
Do
you
not-
throw the blue shell at him right away.
They just need to have a
Keep on
logo over
going.
my name that says most wanted. That's it.
Honestly, that
Jeez.
if that is part of the open world experience, that would be cool.
Yeah, Toasty's gonna be the secret boss in Mario Kart World.
Yes, 100%.
It's like Jet Black Toasty has entered the chat.
Do you have to buy the camera?
Oh, yes,
To
that's a
do
separate
what?
purchase.
The camera where you're doing
Yeah, that's
the
a-
game?
yeah,
Oh,
that's a separate
that's like,
purchase.
like, do you have to buy it separately from the Switch?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's not Nintendo would never.
I
Yeah,
believe
well-
it's like $30 now.
Well, I think
Because I
that's
saw the price earlier.
It's something.
I think
like
that's
that.
interesting that you know they're giving you the feature to chat and whatnot, and I guess the
Right.
full chat experience is to do the camera.
They're jumping
bit.
into the live stream business. They're like,
Yeah,
hey, 21st
but you see-
century.
You see how they're
Actually-
trying to capitalize though, and they're making you buy it,
Yeah.
No,
which kind of
No, I
entices
think
you.
it's
Then
like I think it's smart what they're trying to do because it's kind of like what I said before. Like Nintendo, I think like where it is at its peak is when it comes to its party games, right? If you're a party game person, then cool, Nintendo's for you. If you're not a party game person, like a lot of people as well, Nintendo. May
I don't know
not
where
be
you're
for
getting
you.
this party game thing. From,
No, but
from
I mean, like,
Nintendo.
That's
these,
all he
like-
knows. That's all he knows.
No, but I mean like a lot. Like I mean like the Nintendo exclusives. Like the Nintendo
Yeah.
exclusives, they have to be a lot with. You have more fun with a lot of people, and I think they're really trying to maximize that as much as possible right now. And that's smart. Like
I mean, what
no,
I'm
it
saying is,
I
if
can
you
see
buy
it.
the
Yeah.
camera, that almost intrinsically locks you in come a year later to get the membership because
no, it does.
it does.
Because it's
Yeah.
a $50 camera,
hooks
which
you
a lot
in.
of
It's
people are gonna
50?
buy. Yes, $50. People are gonna buy it. The camera, we don't have the quality, but we have to assume it's probably gonna be 1080p, nothing too special. So I mean, I'm assuming it can also be used for other stuff because there's no spec on it yet. But I mean, I could see it working for that. Not only that, Nintendo also was rumored to create their own social network within the Switch itself,
Oh, like
where people
yeah, like a
like
Miiverse, a Miiverse.
yeah, whatever that is, like where you can share your
Toasty
posts and
doesn't
share
know what a
update.
Mii is.
No, because
Oh,
I
like
played.
Nintendo social media site
L-
type.
Yeah,
like
I
what
mean, I
they did on
played
the
a
Wii
PlayStation
U.
when I was younger. I
Yeah,
played a
but
real
Wii U, you
system.
didn't really talk to anybody.
There was like a
No.
social, but it was a social media thing through Nintendo's system. But
Yeah.
but
Right.
using Mii's.
But you see, the idea with that is you'll be able to share a picture, you'll be able to share
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
Apparently, when you take screenshots now in the game, now if you take a screenshot to your Switch and you want to send it to your phone, it's a whole debacle. But now it automatically sends it to your phone application. So there's a way, like they're making it easier for you to share their game to their own social media. And I think it would work because if kids see other people playing a certain games, they're gonna want to play it more.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
simple as that.
Yeah,
Especially if you keep
it's
seeing
free
it.
marketing
Yeah.
on their end.
And
Yeah.
they can push the algorithm for it to influence people. Like, for example, the Switch game, Splatoon. I know it's a Switch game. I know people liked it, but I never saw gameplay for it really. So I never went out of my way to try to buy it.
and it just like that it makes it so easy for like players and all that to share their experiences with the game. Not only like a
Exactly.
review, right? You know, because a review is just like you put a piece of text, but it's like actually seeing kind of like in action, pictures, video, screenshot, all this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
And you like it's so easily you can transfer it over. It's easily accessible to everyone thanks to like, you know, AI and all that kind of stuff and the algorithm developers. That's honestly genius.
It's not only that, like assuming you have a game that has some kind of stat or record that you have to break, you can probably like Mario Kart. You can do a race, beat a time, and immediately share it, and your
trial.
friends
Mm.
can be like, "Oh shit, I can't let this guy be number one
Yeah,
in the
and
friend
it's
list.
like
We got to go
everyone's
in."
competing against
So
everyone.
so
Slapping.
a global leaderboard.
Not even a global; it could be global and friend leaderboard because
True.
other multiplayer games do that. Like I'm gonna use Forza. If you ever play Forza Horizon, they have the exact same. It's a really good
Grandmaster
game.
doesn't play games.
No, it's a racing
I
game.
don't.
It's a racing game. It's a really
I play
good
Kirby.
game.
I mean,
but-
I know what
Vanessa, I
Forza
play
is.
Kirby.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
I don't. We'll get to Kirby, I'm sure, but yeah.
I mean, that's the idea. That's something that they can use using their.
Which
social
I think
media.
is a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just have to wait because that was just a rumor.
I mean,
But
they'd be dumb to not do it.
It looks like they're
Yeah.
putting a lot of emphasis on the social elements with what you can do with the system. I do like that. It's Nintendo stepping into Nintendo has been backwards with a lot of their mentalities for several years, still to this day. But
Yeah.
they seem to now be kind of opening the door to be like, hey, let's utilize social media and the social element that people actually want to use to interact and sell our games more so that we can sell them for $90 a pop. We're not there yet. We'll
Yeah.
get to it. We'll get to it. So those are the rough specs of the system. So very impressive stuff. I liked what they showcased for the system itself. I needed,
Also, one thing
yeah,
is the memory storage.
the
Like,
memory
it's like-
storage. Yes,
It's like
yes.
8 times the memory storage of the Switch.
But that
Yes.
doesn't mean anything because I believe Cyberpunk by itself is 64 gigabyte, and that's one game.
But that is
So-
likely going to be the biggest game that you'll probably get on the
But-
system because
that's
I know
right
what
now.
you mean.
But that's right now, and we're assuming it's going to be the biggest game. But there are other games they're most likely going to port. So if you're looking at AAA games coming to the Switch, because there are other games I can't think of much right now, but I remember seeing a list of third-party games that supposedly are coming.
Let's use
That's
COD. COD as an example. COD could probably run on the Switch now. COD's going to
It
be
could.
like 100 to 120 gigs.
Oh
minimum.
well, I mean, they're bringing.
It might be 200, honestly. Like it's
they're
already
bringing,
200 now.
Well, they're bringing Hogwarts Legacy. That's got to be a lot, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, that's
they're
gonna
Oh,
be
also
that's
big.
got to be
bringing-
chunky.
They're
Yeah.
also well, they're
Because it looks
bringing-
like ass on the Switch. Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Um,
And there's like certain things like if you fast travel, you don't really fast travel. The screen kind of like goes black. I believe like when you open a door, like let's say you're inside of the castle and you want to go outside of the castle. If you open the door, it doesn't open the door. You fast travel outside. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
That's one of the
screen,
limitations.
the screen like transitions.
it's a
It
transition.
fades to black, fades into
Yeah.
the next scene. Yeah.
So, and
It's-
I
ugh.
know it's only Final Fantasy VII Remake, right?
Well, let's
It's-
hold on. Let's hold on. We're not. Are you
No,
going to
no, no,
Final
no, no.
Fantasy?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
just mean like all these games that they're bringing in,
Okay.
right, to like the Switch that are already
Yeah.
present. Because if it's Rebirth, it's like Rebirth is enormous, and I think now it can maybe hold it.
Right. Rebirth will be a different beast. Remake is the one coming.
Okay, Remake is smaller.
Right, remake is smaller in scope, so I guess we'll really see it. Like Cyberpunk is no small game to have on a system. So if the fact that they can somehow compact all of Cyberpunk with all of its updates and its DLC into 64 gigabytes.
Does it compare? Does it have the DLC?
It has the DLC. I'm pretty sure it does.
You know what?
I'm pretty sure.
If it has the DLC, that makes the Switch 2 already better than the PS4 because the PS4 did not get the DLC.
I think
because it could not run.
No, I'm saying fact. Just fact check. I think it does come with the DLC on.
I mean, I'm assuming it will because like the PS4 did not get the DLC. If you wanted to play the Cyberpunk DLC, no. If you wanted to play the Cyberpunk DLC, you had to buy a PS5. I believe it's the same thing with Horizon Zero Dawn or the sequel. I don't believe the DLC did work on the PS4 either. I'm not sure.
You mean
Forbidden West?
Forbidden West, the DLC. Yeah. You had to have the PS5 version of the game to play the expansion, the DLC.
Yeah, from what I believe, same thing.
If you had the PS4 version of the game, upgrade to PS5. You need a new version. Yeah.
So like that's something. If they actually got Cyberpunk to work on the Switch, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, for me, that's impressive.
It is. I think the specs they're gonna flesh out more of what the system can do over the next few weeks, because there are more directs in April.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice to see. So then, I mean, going back into the games, I mean, I'm gonna jump around a little bit when it comes to the games. You guys stop me if there's a game that you really, really want to talk about. I'm skipping over Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I know Grandmaster wants to talk about that game.
Well, that's just a Switch game, right? That
plus an expansion on the game that it's getting.
Is that the Mario Kart game?
No. That's Mario. No, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's a
but is that the racing one?
No, it's not the racing one. We'll talk about that one. We'll talk about that one later.
Air Riders.
Right. And why that's a big
I've never
deal.
been big on Kirby platformers, so
I don't care for it.
It does nothing for us. Fair enough. But one thing that we will talk about is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, baby. That's a day one. We still don't have a release date. We know it's 2025, but god damn it, that would have been to me, that should have been the Breath of the Wild bundle with the Switch 2. Not honestly, no Mario Kart World. Pack that shit. Pack that shit up.
No. Because Grandmaster, with the bundle, you save like $40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have one for the party people, one for the solo person.
But they didn't announce it.
They didn't, which they still could. But
he's saying they could have done that. You could have had both without removing the other one.
I mean, I guess you still could. They haven't given us a release date.
I mean, no, but the pre-orders start next week, I believe, and it's before the next direct.
And we're not waiting till later in the year to buy this thing.
Yeah. I guess you're gonna have to buy it full price if you really want to play it. Boo-hoo! Boo-hoo! $90.
To be fair, I would buy it full price. It looks amazing.
Well, this one, interesting enough, is not going that kind of jumps ahead to the pricing thing. But Switch 2 versions of a game. So if there's a Switch 1 version of a game that also has a Switch 2 version, from what I understand, the Switch 2 version is not getting price gouged to being $90. I think. It is $80 though.
So the
Switch 2 version.
Wait, and correct me if I'm wrong. Is it $80 like if you like buy it online, and then $90 if you buy it physical? Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
From what I understand, $80 digital, right?
Exactly.
And if there is a Switch 2 game, like it is only on the Switch 2, from what I understand, physical, it will be $90. That is why, for example, Mario Kart World, that's a Switch 2 game. You could get it for $80 digital, or 90 physical. I'm sure Nintendo's going to release more details just to clarify like what are the rules of engagement when it comes to their new prices. We'll save the price talk for later because I know if we stick on it, we are going to deep dive it and we're going to give our thoughts on it because I know we got a lot of thoughts. We got a lot of thoughts on some of that BS.
Yeah.
But Metroid Prime 4. I mean, are you guys Metroid fans or Metroid
it's been
Prime?
It's tough being a Metroid fan.
Yeah, y'all been thirsty. Y'all been starving
Well,
for
if you-
besides Dread. Besides Dread.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dread, but I listen. Y'all say I'm not a gamer, which I'm not. Dread is a hard ass game.
You know, you're just
Oh
terrible.
my
You're
God.
just
I
terrible.
couldn't
You're
get
terrible.
past
You're
like
terrible.
the first bit. I
You're
was
terrible.
Like, turn
No,
it
no.
off.
You know what?
Turn it
And you
off.
turned it off. You didn't even finish. Oh my
I
god.
Let me
said,
stop
give
it
me-
right here.
I
Let me
said
stop
put
it
on.
right now.
I said put on Arkham. Put on Arkham.
Put on
Give me-
Arkham.
Like,
Let me
well,
stop-
this is Grandmaster who had trouble beating the Thunderjaw at the beginning of Forbidden West.
I still
That's
have that
not
video.
True. That's not true.
Okay, no. Here's what I want. If you think that's a tough game, I'm still waiting for your Sekiro gameplay. You should be. I know that deviated the conversation a little bit.
It
You
is.
just need to play Sekiro and get to the first boss.
No,
I'm
he needs to play Elden Ring as well. And
How
try to
about-
get Millennia.
How about he
How about
plays
this?
that game? Well, we'll talk about it.
How about Metroid Prime 4 drops and I put it on super hard mode? There you go. Happy?
No, I want Sekiro.
Nah.
So start setting it up.
No. I got you with Metroid Prime 4. I'm trying to come in here, use some psychic abilities for Samus, and I mean that's about it. That's all they showed for the game. They didn't show
Yeah.
much.
They didn't show much, but
I
it
think
was
they
nice.
They
It-
showed something of the gameplay. I think they and like
Yeah, the
how-
psychic abilities.
the psychic
like how
abilities.
you hold a control or something. I think it's like when you're shooting, it's like you're actually kind of like aiming yourself and kind of like pressing like almost like a gun.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what,
but I'm not
um,
doing all that.
No, you will because that's what you did on the Switch for Metroid Prime
Remastered?
3.
the
Metroid
Switch
Prime
or the
3
Wii?
Sorry, God.
Yeah, the Wii
But
was
that-
the one
that's
had kinda
different.
Like
That-
that.
Oh no, that's different.
The Metro,
Come
yeah,
on.
Metroid Prime 3. That was emphasizing like the actual motion controls.
Choo choo choo. Punch. Choo choo choo.
I'm not doing all this.
Punch.
It's not Wii workout sport, whatever it is. I want to sit down, couch, bag of chips on my stomach,
That's not what
dirty
Samus would
apple
want
soda
of you.
on there, and play my games.
Samus would be disappointed in your lack of physical gameplay with this game.
Samus
I
uses
mean-
a suit to do everything that she does. It's not fair either.
We'll probably
But-
get Zero Suit Samus. Maybe.
No, I'm excited for it because I
I
know we
am.
bought remastered, the Prime remastered. It's
We
coming
bought
here in a
Prime
couple days.
Remastered. Yeah,
That's a game I'm ready to play also on the Switch too, especially if it gets an upgraded version also.
I don't think it
Right.
needs it because it's a GameCube game.
I mean,
So
it could be for free.
It could be for free. It could be for free.
I'm not gonna take away free stuff. So, and I also
True.
need to buy Dread. So that's another game.
I have Dread. I can let you borrow my copy.
I don't think
Thank
that's
you.
your copy.
What do you mean? I got it.
I don't think that's yours. It's not even mine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Adverse possession.
Adverse possession. That's the word.
Yes.
Well, Metroid, that reveal was last week. I don't really remember much. Nothing really stood out to me other than the psychic, and you can control your shot. That was new.
To me, the part because yeah, it was more of the same. What stuck out for me was just the resolution and the FPS that they were showing for a
4K
brand
60.
new game.
Oh no, like
look pretty.
It looked beautiful.
Yes.
it looked
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's
like,
what I've been
I saw
begging
it and
for.
I was like, "Whoa, this looks really nice."
I've been begging that for a goddamn upgrade for that.
Yeah,
Switch
because
system.
I think it's like that's definitely a game where you need to have high resolution. Like
yeah,
truly,
yeah,
you need to have high resolution.
yeah.
Especially
You
in
do.
in this day and age with like all these RPGs, like open world, the
Mhm.
great graphics, a PS5, like Xbox, whatever. You need to try to compete there. You don't. It's not that you need to be at exactly the same level or beyond, but you need to like compete.
100%.
You do.
And
you do.
Metroid is like Metroid and maybe jumping ahead a little bit, like Legend of Zelda are those types of games that you need
Right.
to like really hammer in that performance that like graphic, like for it to look wow.
Actually, I would argue instead of Zelda, the Doom series is probably gonna look even better on the Switch too.
Oh,
because
yeah.
the original Doom and I think Eternals run almost amazing on the base
Eternals.
Switch. Doom Eternals, I think it's on the
Oh,
Switch
Doom
also.
Eternal. Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the movie. But I think those two actually work. From what I've seen, they work amazing for what they have. And with a new Doom game coming out also like next month or this month, I think.
In May.
Like I could,
May.
in May, I could see it being announced to the Switch too, also, which would be amazing.
I mean, they have some pretty graphic intensive games coming to the system already. They got Elden Ring running on the Switch too.
Yeah.
Grandmaster, you got
That's
zero
surprising.
excuse now to not play Elden Ring. You
Ah,
guys here.
About to get
Nintendo.
lost in Mario Kart world.
Be tarnished.
No.
Go
Got time.
maidenless.
Why are you not
Okay.
interested?
Maiden.
It's a good game.
I listen.
It's too hard.
It's not about too hard.
You literally deleted
it's
Dread
motivation.
off your system because it was too
motivation.
hard on
No,
the
no.
first level.
Grandmaster,
You
it's
just got through
motivation.
saying
Elden
that.
Ring.
It's
Once
motivation.
you start playing it, you can't drop it.
Yeah.
I'm also just not like. I'm not a gamer like.
I'm not
that.
a gamer,
I'm
bro.
not a
I just
gamer.
like buying the
Everyone
Switch for
starts
$500.
somewhere.
buy, like, the new game every time
Hey.
it drops.
Grandmaster.
You are always up to date with the new games.
Yeah,
You're gonna buy every Nintendo. You're gonna
No,
buy
I'm
the
not.
Donkey Kong game. You're gonna buy the
You were the
Pokemon
only
game.
one playing Wukong when Wukong dropped.
Because Wukong looked amazing.
You- listen,
so you're
hey.
a gamer.
I'm playing Wukong also.
You can't go on this tangent saying you're not a gamer when you buy specific games tailored to your needs. You buy every single Nintendo game
And it's been
under the
years.
sun.
It's been. What's the last game I bought?
Tears of the Kingdom.
No, that was 2023.
Oh, I'm sorry. You bought a game last
Wait,
year then.
did something come out in 2024?
Oh
I bought Sonic Shadow Generations.
my god.
There you go.
Okay, that was a
Cartoony
steal.
having
I had to
ass.
do it. I had to do it.
No, but you have to play Elden Ring before you play Dustborn.
But
or
you're
whatever that
saying
new
I have
game
to
is.
play it
Wait.
on the Switch too? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm
that's fine.
saying,
Go for it.
I'm
Play
saying
on
you
Switch
have
too.
no excuse now to not play it because you could have made the argument. Well, I just like playing my
And
Switch. My PS5
just-
collects dust.
So you don't complain about graphic or any of those things. The PS4 version of Elden Ring was the optimal version to play, not the PS5. So you're fine playing on the Switch too.
You're safe.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
No, you'll do. You'll do.
You'll
No,
do.
it's like-
It's got subtitle, right?
Do
Is
your-
this a new
do
Elden
yourself
Ring?
a favor
It says
and
that
play Elden Ring.
it says it's the tarnished edition, so I don't know if that
DLC.
means
So it's something new?
It comes with. Did they confirm that? Because they've
I mean,
been
it
doing
has
some
to.
BS with the additions of some of these Switch games.
No, but it has to come with the DLC because even the PS5 has the Elden Ring like complete edition already. It's already out already, so it's not a new thing. I don't
Okay.
see them releasing just the base game and not giving you the DLC. And if they do that,
It wouldn't be the
why
first
call it the
time.
tarnish? Like they're gonna give you the DLC and they're probably gonna give you like an exclusive skin or like some kind of mess with it. Like I don't know.
I guess we'll see. I guess
Yeah, like
we'll
a
see.
weapon. They could give you the Keyblade.
The key, but
Shut
wow!
up.
Oh, yeah, you'd buy it
yeah,
then,
you see?
wouldn't you? You'd
And
buy
then
it
Think
then.
about it. Think
Oh my
about it.
god, I know that reference. I know what that is.
Grandmaster,
No.
Grandmaster. They have a samurai class in that game, so technically they are swords already.
Here we
Okay,
go.
but the Keyblade?
The
Yes!
Keyblade.
No.
No,
No.
like trust me, like Elden Ring, you can do whatever the hell you want.
We'll
Elden Ring,
see.
you can't.
We'll see if I am motivated. We'll see.
You're
Let me
missing
ask
out.
you this for motivation: will you be motivated to buy Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment?
Okay.
That looks good.
Well,
I love
oh,
my
God.
Dynasty Warrior games.
Well, they teased me because I thought we were about to get some like Tears of the Kingdom DLC where you play as Zelda.
I thought it was the
Since,
third game.
Right. I thought
mean,
it was like a brand.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, that's cool because Zelda just had her debut solo outing game.
Oh,
That's a little chibi game, right?
The chibi
Yeah, the
one.
chibi, yeah.
That one
sequel-
also got a free upgrade to the Switch too, by the way.
did it.
Yeah,
there you
it's on the
go.
list. It's on the list of games.
I need to buy that game next.
That's.
So-
I mean, it already looks nice, but like
Yeah.
now you can play it at.
Now it runs at 60 FPS instead of 40.
No, it's most likely gonna be 4K 120. Honestly,
I love it. I love it. This is what I was
Yeah.
waiting for. This is what I
Now,
was
see,
waiting for.
In lieu of that game, I thought that's what this new Hyrule Warriors was about to be.
I never bought a Hyrule Warriors game, but I will say I've played a little bit of Age of Calamity. It's fun.
I
no
have
doubt.
Age of Calamity,
Yeah,
Same.
and I've been waiting to play it
Yeah, I've been waiting to play it.
because
hope
I
it
don't
gets
want it
an
running
update.
at 10 FPS on the
But
Switch
yeah,
One.
I mean, I am curious about the story.
That's what I want.
I did think Tears of the Kingdom story wise was better than Breath of the Wild. So I'm curious to the kind of the gaps they're choosing to fill in that story, because those stories are canon.
They are, yeah.
Calamity, Age of
Yeah.
Calamity was canon, and yeah, this is canon too, which is interesting how they weaved in the Hyrule Warriors into the canon of the Breath games.
Toasty might
Honestly,
get this.
it looked great.
Wait,
It
what?
looked great.
It
looked
does look great.
beautiful. I was like, I'm all for that. Granted, I've like played bits and pieces of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I don't have a Switch.
I can't wait to play it now.
Time to buy a new
Switch
one.
too.
Definitely, but
Can't
definitely,
wait.
like those two games are fantastic games,
Right.
and this one looks beautiful. And again, this is the type of game, as I was saying, that you really need to have your performance in your A game.
So, Dr. Mundo, day one purchase for you?
I'm not gonna waste my money on a Switch 2 until
No!
like
What are you
It's
here
never gonna
for?
go on sale. It's never gonna go on sale ever.
it's
He's
fine.
not
It's
waiting
like,
for
I'm-
a
I-
sale.
honestly, I'm happy
He's
with
not
my
getting it.
PS5.
That's fine.
Fair enough.
But wait, Dr. Chase, you were saying something because you said my name.
Oh, I was saying, Breath of the Wild is Nintendo's Persona 5, where they never want to move on from
You know what? Yeah.
that game. They just keep making spin-offs and sequels from the same
I don't think
game.
they can ever go back.
They don't want to leave freaking Breath
No.
of the Wild.
To be fair, they got a perfect formula with the game.
No, it
open
works.
world
It works.
Zelda
I-
game,
Yeah.
like with a lot of cave dungeons, particularly Zelda like Skyrim edition.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
It
and I think
works.
it's like I think that's like the one thing I say of Nintendo's that it rehashes like Zelda. Definitely, like because of the type of game that it is,
Mhm.
you can obviously rehash the RPG formula, but you can still give us a very different game.
Yeah.
And because the lore in Zelda is ridiculous, there's so much you can do with the world in Zelda that you can truly make each game its own thing. And it's just like the only difference that it has is that it has the name Zelda. And Link and Zelda are in it. Everything and Ganondorf.
And
But
yeah,
other
Not
than
even
that, it's a
actually
totally
true.
different game.
Across each game.
these games, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what I am interested. I'm a sucker for like Dynasty Warrior type of games. And I'm sure
One
Zelda.
Piece Warriors.
I like One Piece Warriors. I do like that one. But this next one is almost bittersweet because I'm getting cheated out of what I wanted from the fucking Wii U. But they announced for the Switch Online Pass, the GameCube emulation is coming. And
Oh, you didn't have a Wii U.
I did not have a Wii U. Most sensible people did not have a Wii U.
I had a Wii U.
Oh,
Sensible people.
wow.
Keyword.
I use my words carefully.
Okay.
Yeah, so GameCube is coming to the Switch Online Pass, and I wanted a goddamn port of the Wind Waker HD from Wii U on the Switch 2. Nintendo's like, no, how about we give you the original? Let's give
Pay
you
the
the original on the
$50.
subscription pass.
Pay $50 for it. It's worth it.
I'll
I
pay
don't have it,
$50 for
'cause I
wait,
don't
for
care.
what? For what?
For the yearly subscription. That's what you need to
I
play.
still have the game.
No, but I'm saying you have to pay $50 for the yearly
Oh,
membership
yes.
if you want to play the one on the Switch too.
Yes, correct.
You should do that.
I'm not.
Getting that money.
Give me goddamn.
Getting that cheddar.
Give me Wind Wake. Why are they so afraid? I don't understand. They'd rather. I mean, this is cool. Don't get me wrong. I like that they're adding Nintendo GameCube to the lineup. There's some interesting games there that haven't seen like ports or emulation like in years. Like Soul Calibur 2. That's a big one. I don't know if you guys knew this back then. So that version of Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube, it had Link in it. And
Yes.
because of that,
Mm.
you could only play that version of Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube.
Yep.
Oh,
I recall.
I mean,
Soul Calibur 2, and Link had his whole intro. Born in a forest, forgotten from time, and yeah, Link was fun on Soul Calibur. Yeah, I guess
so
he
you
said
bought Soul Calibur because you saw Link.
no.
I know who
played
that
it at-
is.
I played it at my neighbor's house next door.
So you went to your neighbors to play a game because it had links.
I mean, he wasn't my main. My
No,
main
again,
was probably
like Dr.
like.
Jace, this all just goes back familiarity.
Elden Ring,
Oh,
I
Keyblade.
mean,
Familiarity.
my main was like Keelik or Mitsubishi. So
Mitsubishi.
the car.
who? What?
You said
His
said
name
Oh.
is Mitsubishi.
Oh, you said Toyota? Was that another character?
So there's
the-
not a character in Soul Calibur named Mitsubishi?
No, I think you're thinking
like
of
to believe
BMW.
Was there a
Oh,
Nissan
so we're just
too
all being dumb
while we're at
today.
it?
We're being dumb today. So Mitsubishi is not a character in Soul Calibur.
I mean, to be fair, there's a soccer player called Honda. So
Oh,
you might
his
be
name's
getting those.
Mitsurugi.
Wow. You're like that ghost child from Scary Movie 3. Honda, Mitsubishi, Toyota, Wasabi, Sashimi.
I could have sworn his name was Mitsubishi.
You're the problem. You're saying
the
Toasty needs to be banned for making emblems? You need to be banned.
Hold up.
Yes.
Maybe, am I crazy? Hold up. Let me see.
Hold
Some
up.
Asian
maybe I'm
character.
thinking
And you're
of-
like, your name is Mitsubishi.
Hold up. I know there was a character called Arroz con gandules in this game.
You know what? It's fine. I was wrong. Whatever. His name's Mitsurugi. Whatever.
Oh, that is
From
funny.
From Mitsurugi to Mitsubishi. What the heck?
That
I'm
is
not in
so
charge.
funny.
I'm not in charge. F-Zero GX. I'll be excited to play that. The GameCube.
The last
Oh, you're
F-Zero
gonna
game.
pay the $50 membership?
I thought it came with the Switch too. Is that not what it
No.
said?
The
No, so
membership?
practically
It launches
mem-
with the Switch 2.
Yeah, but with the membership.
So
the
you get it
base-
for a year, and then you got to switch up.
No. So practically what happened, there are two types of membership on the Switch too. I mean on the Switch in general. There's the $20 membership that gives you, I believe, the original Game Boy, not the color. It gives you a couple other stuff. I can't remember on top of my head right now. But if you want to play the more modern day system, you need to get the $40 a year membership, which is the bigger one. The GameCube comes out in the $40 a year membership.
That's
If that
your
makes
Nintendo
sense.
64 category.
Yeah, it's not only Nintendo 64. It contains other games also. Like I'm trying to think like what it is. I'm gonna look it up really quickly to see exactly. But like you have to pay the $40 one. That's all it is.
I guess take my money.
Take
I
my
love my-
right.
I
You're
love
just-
my old GameCube games.
You're just churning
Okay.
out a cash left and right.
This is what Nintendo wants. They must have a plan. My money and my membership will be a great investment, and I will get that in returns tenfold.
Okay, I can tell you
But
right
again,
now.
so you're willing to pay for things you already had and played.
I've never
But you're
I've
not
never
willing to pay for new experiences.
I've never beaten Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, so
there's a
excited to
lot of
finally
games
go
you
back
haven't
and
beaten.
play that.
just buy the new Fire Emblem at this point.
I could, but
but it's new. He can't.
like
It's
Ike.
new.
I like Ike.
I like
Ike.
Okay, but anyway,
nostalgia.
as I was saying before, like the base membership comes out with the Nintendo, the NES, the Super NES, and the Game Boy. Those are the only like systems you can play on there. And I've tried them. They work really well. The emulation system is amazing. If you upgrade to the $50 membership,
It was
thought it
40
was
or
40.
50.
it's $50.
Okay.
It probably went up in price because I swear it was $40. It was not $50 before. You can play N64, Game Boy Advance, and now you can play the GameCube game on it.
Those are the games I actually want to play. Were I to subscribe.
And the Sega Genesis. However, with the $50 membership, you also get some DLC for free. Like you get the Mario Kart 8 DLC for free, and Animal Crossing and Splatoon 2. So those are your benefits, I guess, if you really care for those.
Just go
Personally-
big or go home.
I mean, personally,
Mm.
I don't care for them. Like the emulation is fine, but I can emulate it on my computer. So
Some of us
It's
aren't
not
like
taxing.
you.
look, it's easy. What you need to do,
Oh,
Armando's Switch that he has, ask him
yeah.
to mod it for you to add all of the
Mm.
original Switch and older games on it, and then you
Mhm.
can play
And
older
because
games.
of the work I put into it, I can sell it to you for a discounted price.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
we'll talk after. Sure.
All right.
It's trading
All
for
right.
like $150 at GameStop.
I
so-
might as well just
sure.
do that instead.
Yeah, by all
Hey.
means.
We're gonna jump around a little bit. They did do some third-party games. Some of them,
what?
it's like, all right, yeah, Final Fantasy VII remake. That's cool.
That's
Cyberpunk
good.
is coming as well.
Amazing.
Silk Song confirmed for 2025.
Don't
That's
know.
good because there were no confirmation for it.
Right.
And I mean, if you haven't played Hollow Knight, that game is amazing. I mean, I almost broke my PC in half how difficult it is, but I mean, whatever.
Hollow Knight is really good.
Yeah.
Like from what I've played of it, it's extraordinary.
It
Well,
is.
we got the sequel coming this year, revealed in a Nintendo
And they
Direct of
also
all
the other
things.
game they also had, I think it was a Hades.
Hades too.
Hades
Hades
2. That's a
Look,
big one. That's a big
to
one.
all of
I know
you here,
Hades.
Have
I
you
know
played it?
Greek. I know one of them. The OG one got Game of the Year. Or
It
something?
did get
okay.
Game of the Year.
Look, that game is what, in my opinion, Western developers, the indie developers are the one holding the Western developer up right now. Hades might be a 6-year-old game, but I bought it like back in October, I believe, or December. It is the first game in a while that actually went out of my way to get all of the trophies, and I'm still playing.
Mm.
Not only that, I even
Mm.
bought the sequel in early access to play it. That's how good it is. Like, honestly, if you can find that game, because it always goes on sale for like $10, it's worth like 50. My opinion.
Grandmaster, you're familiar with Greek mythology, so
I am.
Yeah.
I
might
am.
be something.
No, you're gonna love it too. I think you're gonna like it.
Oh man. I've been taking notes. I've been
It's
writing
really
all these
easy.
great suggestions down. that
Wow.
been giving me.
so
It's an easy
interesting.
game.
Oh.
Nobody should struggle with it.
No one.
Don't
No
look
one.
at the blank page. There's writing on.
You're
the
just
other
drawing
one.
a smiley
yeah.
face.
The only thing I see in the
Arkham.
blank page is Mario
Arkham.
Kart World.
Yeah, it's like, why is it Arkham on
Keyblade.
the Switch too?
Arkham probably will drop. I mean, Arkham they had a
Well,
A
Switch.
that's
far
him
off
pay-
memory
well,
is like a
no.
scattered
Like
dream.
if they put
A
Arkham
scattered dream is
on
like
the
a far
Switch
off
too
memory.
for $70, you bet
Day
your
one.
asses that he's gonna buy it.
Oh yeah.
You know what is gonna be $70? This brand new From Software game that was a huge ass curveball. No one was
Yeah.
expecting this game to be. And now, honestly, Toasty and I were watching this. We thought this was like a Bloodborne sequel or spinoff. It
You know
has
what?
it's very Bloodborne, but then I saw
Yes.
a train and I'm like, wait a minute, Bloodborne doesn't have trains. Why is there a train in there?
No, to be fair, it could have had trains because it had carts, and the carts around the time there were carts, there were also train. You see, that's why I thought it was
the
Bloodborne,
train
'cause
looked modern though. It didn't look like industrial. It didn't look,
No,
look like
but-
an it looked like a metro train.
What was the name of this game again?
The Dusk Bloods.
my God.
The Dusk Blood.
I know your ass not buying this game either.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Oh man.
But it looked cool.
No,
It
It
looks
does look very
great.
nice. It does.
no, I
I
literally
thought it was Castlevania at one point.
Because of the vampires, everything with the vampires, Castlevania.
That's the only vampire media I know.
But, oh my God.
It
I'm
does
just
look
gonna leave
nice.
that. But what I was gonna say is, I assume initially it was gonna be the way they announced the Bloodborne remastered, because they.
I thought they were doing that, yeah.
and they were gonna say Bloodborne remastered and coming out to other system also. But obviously, this game is some kind of sequel or set in the same universe as Bloodborne, which is aggravating because how are you giving people this game, but you're not giving people the Bloodborne remastered so they can go back and play it?
So with this one, I don't think it's in the same universe because like From Software usually doesn't do outside of Dark Souls. They don't do
It doesn't
sequels.
And Elden Ring.
They don't. No. That was DLC. This is a brand new game.
No, Elden Ring is getting a new game also. It is a multiplayer-ish game.
Oh,
but it's
okay,
technically
yeah.
a sequel.
Yeah, that's like a new experience. This one though, like, it's clearly Bloodborne inspired with the architecture and everything.
yeah.
Like, it's clearly copy
The
and pasted
character
from there.
design, the
Yeah.
slick character with the long leg, that's 3D Bloodborne.
Right. I think there was something about this that people were saying it's not a sequel, it's more like a successor. because even Elden Ring, the multiplayer one you're thinking of, it's still called Elden Ring, isn't it? It's called
It's Elden Ring something.
Is
Yeah.
it Elden Ring, Night Rain?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
that
But
one.
I consider that a sequel because Horizon Zero Dawn is not called Horizon Zero Dawn 2. It's called Horizon Forbidden
No,
West. So that's still a sequel.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the name of it being a sequel is still in the title. This one is not called Bloodborne: The Duskbloods. It's just called The Duskbloods.
Yeah, it's a
That's
brand new
fair.
game.
Yeah, it's a brand new
Okay,
game.
that's fair.
Clearly inspired from Bloodborne. You can't escape that. But yeah,
definitely, I think
I'm still
this
excited
was-
for this.
This was the biggest curveball I saw.
I was not
Yeah, it was.
expecting this.
'Cause
I
was
not.
like, wait, what? What's this?
Yeah, this
I
looks
was
so
like, huh.
bloody. What kind of game is this?
It's like,
Nintendo
what
doesn't
is
do this.
this?
See, there you go. It's a non-party game.
No,
And it's
gonna
I
be
mean,
a
in
buy-
a way,
it's gonna
it's
day
kind of a
one.
party game. It's exclusively on the Switch.
Yeah.
So have a bloody party.
Buy
Yes.
it. Buy it.
Oh, you got it. I'll come over to your place and play.
Wow.
And do
yeah,
game
just
share.
like anytime you come visit me in Chicago, like buy it, come to Chicago, and then like I'll
No, you can buy it, and I'll bring my Switch.
No, I'm not gonna
for
waste
game
my money.
share.
I got
No.
PS5. I'm happy.
I guess you're never playing because I'm not
No.
buying it.
Goodness gracious.
the
This game.
disrespect. I give you my home.
I will let you play Mario Kart. I'll let you play Mario Kart. How about that?
Oh my goodness.
Take you out for a spin.
Take it out for
I'm
a
likely
spin.
gonna beat your ass.
I mean, this game looks
So-
cool.
It does look
It looks
interesting.
cinematic.
It looks really good. It looks really good. Definitely. Again, From Software always they give us these very interesting games.
Right.
Great gameplay, great story and lore. It's just, and again, it's just a really challenging gaming experience that you get your bang for buck out of it.
And this one is going to
That's
be a
fair.
multiplayer game too.
Nice.
That's the other thing. So I wonder.
Do we know how multiplayer it is? It's like single player, but like technically all the games are multiplayer with their messages.
Multiplayer, the way they showcased it, multiplayer, like the way the new Elden Ring is going to be. The co-op
So we should
one.
all buy it and play it together.
We
There
could
go.
all buy it and play it. Look at that. We have 3 committed right now. I think it's a 4-player experience.
Yeah.
Let's circle back.
Don't
when
No,
we
we're
get
just gonna
stress
see
those
yourself.
like
more.
if there's squads, we're just gonna see like who's holding us down, Grandmaster.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
He's
Watch me
holding
be
us
the
back.
best. You underestimate
What, right,
me.
we
Then-
want to
then
see.
play
You could
Elden
be.
Ring.
You
want
could
to.
be the
Yeah.
best.
Don't you know I am the combat expert?
All right, so
That's why we're waiting for
showcase
you.
it.
We're
Maybe you
waiting
could
for
be
you
the
to
squad
showcase
leader.
it.
Oh
On
my
Elden
God.
Ring.
I need more from the game. I
Come
gotta see
on, boys,
gameplay.
let's take on this giant colossi.
Now, I'm just gonna say it's like I just want to see Grandmaster go against Margit the first time.
The first of her name. That'd be funny.
Don't know her.
It's
I
a
don't
he.
know her. Oh,
Oh.
there we go.
Oh, that's the guy in the castle.
The guy in the castle.
Yeah, that's
The first
that's
castle,
literally
yeah.
the first checkpoint, and that you're like, okay, this game is hard, but
That's
it's not
the
that
first
bad.
skill check.
Go
Actually,
against
no.
Margit. Ah, shit.
That's not the first checkpoint. The reason why I want him to play Elden Ring or Sekiro is because the horsemen in Elden Ring. Remember the first boss?
the
We
guy
don't
on the
say
horse.
anything. We just watch
It's
him.
like you just go, I'm gonna beat this guy.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
We're
We'll
waiting,
see.
Grandmaster.
Let me go finish
Well-
Ghost of Tsushima tonight.
2026.
Oh my god.
That's what we'll
Great
have to
game,
wait
though.
to see the
Great game. I'm glad you're playing
Great
Ghost of Tsushima though.
I'm on Act 3.
Great. Now finish it and buy
Yeah.
AC Shadows digitally. Uh, the other one we got. So I'm not really into this, but I think the director attached to it is super interesting. We got a sequel to Kirby Air Riders. Well, no, Air Rider called
Yeah. No,
Kirby-
just Kirby Air Ride.
Air Ride. That's what it was. Kirby's Air
Yeah.
Ride. Right.
Yeah.
And this one's called the sequel Kirby Air Riders. That original game came out on the GameCube. And
That's the racing one, right?
that's the racing
Yes.
one where he's on the star and he's like blasting through the courses. A lot of people really like that game. I personally
It's
didn't
actually a
play it.
really fun game.
I heard it's really good for people that did play it. And one of the fun facts about that game and just Kirby in general is Sakurai, who it directs the Smash games. He was the director for a lot of the Kirby games, specifically Kirby's Air Ride.
I think it's an L.
Listen.
Look, who's gonna buy two racing a party?
I think it's very interesting.
That was my take too.
I think it's interesting because what they made a point to show out for Kirby's Air Ride is, listen, it's not just a racing game. Sakurai is coming in to direct this game, and that's a pretty big deal because Sakurai's been doing YouTube for the last like several years. After he was done with Smash Ultimate, he just said, listen, I'm done, guys. I gave y'all like Z-tier Smash games year after year after year. I am done. And he just flipping leaves. And he's doing like these YouTube videos and whatnot. And after a while, he's like, I really miss that pink bastard. I want to do a Kirby game again.
Oh, yeah. I guess he hasn't touched a Kirby game since 2004.
Since Air Ride. Right?
No. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror on GBA.
Oh, okay, right. He did do the GBA game.
I'm sorry. He's just he was an advisor on that one. Kirby Air Ride is the last time he directed.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
I mean, my point still stand. Like, okay, if I go, let's say me personally, I go to the store, Mario Kart is in front of me, Kirby Air Ride is in front of me. Most people are gonna buy Mario Kart.
It's true.
Why should I buy
true.
the Kirby?
It is true. The difference is, Kirby's Air Ride at the time of its release was so because you could say the same thing about like Mario Kart Double Dash. These are GameCube racing games, but both of them stood out from each other well enough to where fans that played both games, they were like, these are completely different games. They're both excellent in their own right. So with Sakurai coming back for a sequel that people have been wanting them to make for 20 years at this point, they're really selling it as this is a sequel to Kirby's Air Ride. Sakurai, who gave us all these Smash games, is coming back to direct the sequel. And this is like, you could get Mario Kart World and Kirby's Air Riders, and there'll be two completely different experiences the way that they play.
The issue is that at face value, the game looks the same. They should have put a year time between the two games. That game should have been announced next year around January and should have been released over the summer. That would have given ample of time for people to get their feel out of Mario Kart, since Mario Kart is a day one game.
Maybe save their money.
And save their money, I guess that too, and then get the Kirby Air Ride. Because to me, I saw it and I'm like, I feel like you playing a Kirby Air Ride is like you having the Walmart edition of a good game.
No.
If you go to a party, nobody is getting excited. Like if you go to a party and you pull out Mario Kart, everyone's excited. Nobody's pulling out Kirby Air Ride and say, Kirby Air Ride, guys. Everybody's gonna look at me like, the hell's wrong with you?
If this game ends up being good, you're gonna eat those words.
I'm telling
Obviously,
you, they're selling it on his name. They're selling it. There's a reason why they dedicated like that little like white screen text as directed by Sakurai, because they're emphasizing like, guys, he's coming back.
But you see, for me, I'm coming off as a hater who don't really care for either of those games. But if I was a non-fan of those games and I'm looking at it, I just see two games of the same thing. Like
they're both racing games at their core.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm gonna get Mario Kart well before I ever dare think about Kirby Air Riders.
Why not get Kirby? Because most people you're gonna play with will get Mario Kart.
I mean, Mario Kart is coming first, so people are gonna buy it now versus Kirby's Air Riders, which I don't even think it's coming out this year. They
didn't say.
Yeah, they didn't say. So to Toasty's point earlier, it is probably gonna be a year out until that game does release.
No, to be fair, they had a report that said that they were gonna release games in Q3 and Q4. So it's probably a Q3 or Q4 games also. Because the fact that they showed it and they didn't show a lot of new games, I like to believe this is a Q3 or Q4 game.
Maybe Q4 since the Switch debuts at the end of Q2.
Yeah, because they did mention some mess around the there was a rumor.
I know what period you're talking about. That was a confirmed thing about what they were releasing.
Said like first party game come first, and then third party game, and then extra game or something along those lines. I don't remember.
Yeah, the only thing with this one is that because they didn't even say 2025, that's why I don't even like believe them that it would. Come.
Okay, so it might still be in development.
Yeah, because they didn't really show anything. They just
didn't show
much.
Yeah,
they didn't show much. It looked nice. I'm not gonna lie, but I also agree with Toasty. It's kind of like it's unfortunate, right, that you have this game, this Kirby game. but it's not gonna hit as hard as long as, at least that's what I think, because the best racing game, you already released it, and it's Mario Kart. Everyone's gonna buy Mario Kart. Everyone's gonna want Mario Kart.
Actually, it's not only that. Most people are gonna play Mario Kart either way, because most families are gonna buy the bundle for the $500 Mario Kart bundle, because it's the best bang for your buck. You have a kid, you buy them the Switch plus the Mario Kart bundle.
They're done.
Yeah,
They have
that's your gift.
They have their summer vacation right there.
Yeah, that's your system. At most, they might buy one more game, but that's stretching it, because at that point, you're looking at over $600.
That's true.
They won't have to wait long, because in July they're getting something else, and this game in July, this is what I needed. I needed me a 3D platformer to just be that final nail in the coffin to purchase a goddamn Switch. Donkey Kong Bonanza, Banana Slammer.
Ew.
Grandmaster loves that show. He loves the Donkey Kong Country show.
I pulled up the theme song of that show. I was like, damn, this thing looked gross. What the hell was with this animation? It
was revolutionary.
Was trash.
It was revolutionary. I'm excited for this. Is their Mario Odyssey for the Switch.
I haven't played that yet.
It's
Mario Odyssey's pretty.
Mario Odyssey is really, really good.
For somebody that doesn't own a Switch, you sure have played a lot of Switch games.
Yeah, what's up?
Because one of my best friends in Puerto Rico, he has a Switch, and I used to go to his house all the time and play it.
What's with Puerto Ricans not buying their own Switches?
Hey, that sounds very problematic.
He is
Puerto Rican.
You've been saying problematic shit this entire stream about different races.
I'm the troubled one.
Y'all are
Ban
2 for
him.
2. Y'all
Ban
are 2
him.
for 2. You two Puerto Ricans don't own a Switch, but y'all got a lot of shit
I
to
do
say.
own a Switch. I can show you right now my Switch.
No,
I got it. I got it right here in this case. I got it right here. Let me show you what's in this goddamn
case.
It's a nice case. I got it myself.
He's a liar.
I got it myself.
I mean,
look at this. This is a Switch. This is my Switch.
Right there.
Everyone that owns a Switch, show your Switch right now.
My name. I engraved my name on
where
those
is it
Joy-Cons.
engraved?
This is not Toy Story, okay?
If you look at those Joy-Cons, my initials are on the back of them because I never wanted to lose them.
The only initials I saw.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people your initial. That could be anybody.
Nope. It's me.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Wait, you mean E8 Edward Harris? Come on, everyone has that initial.
GMH, actually. Thank you.
GMH. Oh, sorry, George Michael Harris. Sorry,
George Michael.
The point is this. I don't even know how we got here. What games did y'all say you played in Mario Odyssey?
Yeah, because he plays every other Switch game.
Because I compared Donkey Kong Bonanza to being the Mario Odyssey for the Switch.
Just because I played Odyssey, you played a lot of Switch games. Wow, I played Mario.
Hey, you're very suspicious.
And I played Odyssey.
Hey, wait a minute, you're a very suspicious Puerto Rican. Wow. What's going on here?
3. Oh, and like bits and pieces of Breath of the Wild, but really it's like
and Tears of the Kingdom.
And Tears of the Kingdom. Wow.
That's already 5. You see, we just
bits
adding.
Wow, it's like bits and pieces. Bits and pieces.
Is what that is.
You play Splatoon, right?
No, I haven't played Splatoon.
What did Donkey Kong Bonanza do for any of you?
Why you
I don't care. I haven't bought Astrobot, so why would I buy Donkey Kong?
Honestly, it looks fun.
It looks so much fun.
Why does he have pants?
Do you want to see his gorilla cock? Like, what do you mean? Why does he have pants?
You don't ever see his cock.
Why does he have pants? Take them off, Donkey Kong. Take them off.
Yes.
What's wrong with you?
That's problematic. That's problematic from you.
I'm just saying. I like Donkey Kong with no pants.
I thought you were about to say you like Donkey Cock.
It is what it is.
You'll get Donkey Kong in July 17th. It's coming.
I mean, it looks cool. The last time we had a 3D platformer Donkey Kong that's not side scrolling was 64, right?
64. That was the last. Yeah, that was the last one. Donkey Kong 64.
That part's interesting. It looks like a very destructive game. Like you should have fun ripping through the environment
as Donkey Kong punching and breaking. It's missing one thing for me though. It is what it is.
What? No pants. What else?
I can get by without the pants, but where's my main man?
Diddy Kong.
Where's Diddy Kong?
Why do you,
You know
want
what?
Diddy
That
Kong? We're in an era where anything referencing Diddy is very problematic.
Oh,
so, I don't
stop.
know. So they
Oh,
probably
no.
removed him
Oh,
from the
no.
game, and they're
Of
like,
course.
"Listen, we can't put this man in here."
Of
We
course,
can't-
you wanted to see Diddy Kong. It makes sense.
It's like,
You need to stop.
You
You
said,
need to
"Where's
stop.
my man, Diddy Kong?"
All right, fine. No Diddy Kong in the new Donkey Kong. No Luigi in Mario Kart World. What do you
Correct.
want? When does it stop? Where does it stop? Where does it stop?
I don't make the rules.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
make the rules.
I need Diddy Kong.
Oh,
And
I'm
I'll be
sure you
sold.
do. I'm
To
sure.
be
Oh,
fair, to be fair, Diddy was a good character in Smash. I like playing as him.
There you go. He's
So,
one of my
He
mains.
is a good character.
He's got to be
Correct.
removed.
Yes,
He's
I
gotta
played
be
He's
banned.
Smash
not being
too.
removed.
He
Oh,
has
that's
to
another
be.
one. That's 6.
No, I had said it before that I played Smash. That was part of the 5.
Actually,
The two
the-
Smash games, because there's 2 or 3 at this point.
He's talking about Switch, so he's talking about Ultimate.
Yeah,
Smash Ultimate.
Ultimate.
Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny enough, there was like a meme a while back that was saying
I know
Nintendo's
which one.
PR doing doing over duty to figure out what the hell to do with Luigi and Diddy Kong after the BS
Oh.
that happened.
Well,
Yes.
there's somebody somebody I didn't know Diddy Kong was in Double Dash, or maybe it was a mod, but it was Diddy Kong and Luigi on the Double Dash cart
Oh, God.
escaping prison. God
No,
awful.
no comments.
Problematic.
Horrible.
Problematic.
But yeah, I mean Donkey Kong, he's a staple. I like when Nintendo makes games with their mascots. So
Mm.
I am happy to see, and you know, again, they've been doing the whole Donkey Kong Country HD Tropical Freeze. They've been, you know,
Boom! Boom! Boom!
To be fair, I will give Nintendo credit. Unlike PlayStation and Xbox, they do keep their mascot alive, and they do keep trying to release more
It
games for them.
depends. It depends who that mascot is.
It depends, but like PlayStation doesn't do it for anybody. Like,
What did
I'm
you
still
say?
waiting. What?
Grandmaster, I don't know
Oh,
what he said.
no, I didn't say it, but
Oh.
there is a mascot. I've been wanting to have him a better
No,
game.
leave him in the
proper.
back.
Oh.
We don't want him.
Oh, Star Fox
Correct.
Right, we don't need him.
Where's my goddamn Star Fox?
and the trash.
You mean to tell me the mouse wouldn't make a good, like,
They're saving it for year 2. They can't release everything year
I'm just
1.
so, but you see my vision.
Yes, your vision.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't want them to be
Actually-
innovative with Star Fox anymore.
Now that you brought up the mouse thing, that triggers my memory, and I'm going to deviate a little bit. That's why the social network thing gained popularity also, because they said that you'll be able to scroll to the website using the mouse feature of the Switch 2. So people were hoping that there was actually going to be a social media or social network Switch thing included.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
The mouse thing's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
But what else?
and yeah, I mean, Donkey Kong was like the closer. I think you end strong with Donkey Kong. That
Oh,
to
yeah.
me was
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
I
it's a good
think-
finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great finish.
that was a
Like,
really
honestly,
good,
it looked fun.
it looks fun. It looks
It
really
looks
fun.
really fun.
I
Yeah.
mean, it does. Like, but that's the thing. For me, at the end of the day, there are probably 3 games I'm gonna buy from this. It's gonna be Metroid, the Bloodborne sequel, which I'm gonna call a sequel, and the Donkey Kong game, maybe. Like, I'm gonna see how it works or how it plays.
What about Hyrule Warriors?
that one? I still need to play the first one.
That
Okay.
one
And there's
as
no
well.
worry about the price dropping because this game is still gonna be $80 2 years from now. So there's no rush in me buying a day one. The
That is-
only issue is Nintendo games, especially with the thing they're doing with their prices. I'm gonna assume that physical media is gonna disappear from the shelf. So if you notice the game is
Well,
not selling really
look-
well,
Yeah, let's hold that thought.
okay, yeah.
Because we're almost there about
Okay, keep going.
intentions, about pricing. But that's how we closed out the gaming section, right? Now now it's just really the pricing of everything. We got the reveal. Switch 2 is going to debut at $450.
I already knew it. I called it like a year ago.
I'm sure you did.
I already told you that.
Right, you told
We were
me.
on a
Right,
call.
you told me.
Yes, we were on a call, and
Listen,
we were
I got
arguing
the
about
chat.
price.
It don't matter. I got
No,
the chat.
The chat doesn't
I got-
matter. The chat doesn't matter. We were in a call, and I
let's look at
said
the chat logs. Let's look
I
at the
said-
chat logs.
the Switch OLED is $400. There's nowhere in hell the new Switch is going to be $400 unless they drop the price of everything, which they're not anymore, and we know this. It's most likely going to be $450 as long as they have 4K, which they did. However, if you're Japanese, you're lucky because it's apparently got them $330 for you. And at this point, I might as well learn Japanese and order one to the Japanese website and install some kind of mod, which should be easier since I'll be saving over $150 because of clownery.
Can you do that, or
you
no?
can? But
Yes, you can.
It's probably not going to be available like day one, but you
No,
eventually
it's gonna be.
you'll
I'm
be
telling you
able
that.
to.
I'm telling you, within a month, I'm sure somebody's gonna have it worked out. It's gonna be dumb. Nobody's gonna pay attention to it because most people want convenience instead of going out of your way. But it's just an annoyance. Like people are gonna have it within a week because it's just a language pack. So all you would have to go is go into the software of the system and add a folder that says "Here's the English pack," which you can get from any international version.
See,
True.
they don't like you. They're gonna cut the feed on this live. They said we want that. We want them US dollars.
He's the problematic. Like I think you've said a lot of problematic things in this.
Exactly.
I said problematic
He's just
things
being
in
real.
general.
He's saying what's going to happen.
I said problematic things in a general sense. He is saying problematic things targeted at Nintendo.
But it's
He
not
is still
problematic. It's the truth. That's
they want American
Free world.
dollars. They don't want people to go.
Apparently, they don't with some of these prices.
Me,
They know they're gonna get them. They know they're gonna
From
get
people
them.
like you. From people like you.
You see,
take my money. Take my money.
No,
take it.
think about it. Us as adults, we have no problem. But imagine if you have twins and you have to buy them a Switch.
One of them keeps their old Switch and
that is
game share.
They're gonna kill each other.
So be it.
I mean, the alpha twin is just gonna shit on the beta twin. Like,
think about twins.
I'm giving an example because it would have to be two kids of the same age. Because if it's an older brother, you can just beat up the younger brother if you want the Switch.
Oh
you walk into the room, you will look at your younger brother,
right?
And be like, "Yo, give me the Switch too."
What are these scenarios?
Just curb stomp them. Is Nintendo not compensating for the fact that siblings might curb stomp each other for a slag at the Switch? Their Switch too?
Grandmaster, are you the older or younger brother?
I'm the middle child.
Okay, so I'm
so you did both.
Sure. So yeah, I'm 99% sure if you wanted the better controller, you smack the younger sibling to get the better controller, and when the older brother or older sister wanted the better controller, they smack you and you pass it down to the younger sibling.
Let me explain. This is a
terrible
tangent. No, their parents are smart. Or no, I'm sorry. The kids are smart. The kids are smart. One Christmas, I told my parents, listen, my long lost brother wants this game on Xbox 360. That's for him to play. I need y'all to get me Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
Oh my God, this nonsense.
On the Wii. That way, that's the game I will play, and we won't be fighting over this. Meanwhile, my father plays the PS2 because he plays NCAA football. They said, hey, there's Spider-Man Web of Shadows on PS2. I'm going to get that one. I was like, and on Christmas Day, I unwrapped that.
No!
And I said, we had a plan.
You ruined it.
What happened? You blew it.
No, that's because of the stupidity of the parents. And the current generation parents are going to make the same mistake.
The current generation parents are our generation.
The current generation parents are as dumb as their kids, and the kids are dumb. So yes, the current generation parents, they're going to go on and say, well, I used to share my game with my sibling. Here's one Switch. And it's going to turn into a whole battle royale. If you're the younger sibling, you're gonna get bitch slapped every couple of seconds by the older one. You're gonna walk into your room, smack you in the head, give me the goddamn Switch. It will not
be much of a problem as long as they keep it docked and they play two-player games.
But if you keep it dark, the older sibling might say, "No, I want to walk around with the Switch. I want to sleep I want to go in my room and lay down. I want to go on the
Trust these
couch."
kids walking around with $450 worth of hardware.
You see it all the
I
time.
don't trust them. I don't trust them.
Look, I'm telling you.
No, you're right. They're out there. They're out there.
Yes.
I don't trust it.
Gonna
I
happen.
don't trust it. Because they be walking around with it bareback. I'm like, put a cover on.
Grandmaster, I had a younger cousin who made fun of me for having an iPhone 11 while they had an iPhone 14.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you an example that these kids are walking around with better software that are more expensive than what we own. That's what I'm saying. So I'm telling you, as the middle child who was beat down by the older sibling or was blamed by the younger sibling, so you were taking from both ends, you know how that's going to end with the Switch.
Buy them too, then. Buy them too.
You're going to need to buy them too. And not only that, are you going to buy them 2 games? Probably not. You got the virtual.
I mean, they got to share the new game, Mario Kart World. Oh wait, is that game share? That's a game share one.
That's a game share, but most parents don't know that.
That's a game
The kids
share
are gonna
one.
know. The kids are gonna know.
But the kids are smart because they don't want one game. They're gonna want 2 games.
I bet you these parents are not gonna know that when they go into their local Best Buy or Walmart and see Mario Kart Tour for $90, $90 freaking dollars, physical edition, and if they want to buy it digitally, they're paying $80. They're gonna be like, what version of the game is this? Why is it $90?
I'm gonna do the math right now. If you buy 2 Switch for $450, that's $900 plus $180 because you're buying 2 $90 game. You're looking at $1,260 already, which you have to do taxes. We have to assume people are paying the average 7%. That's another $88. So let's just say $90, Grandmaster. At that point, the total price for 2 Switch and 2 games is $1,348. That's a goddamn mortgage.
And
That's
they
rent.
They won't
That's
have to
rent.
they won't have to pay. They won't have to pay.
Who's
for any more,
defending this?
They won't have to pay. They won't have to pay for any more fun during the summer. Those kids are set. Hey,
Grandmaster.
y'all wanna go to the
and
zoo?
you don't feed them the rest of the summer.
Y'all want to go to the zoo? Nah, Mom, I got my Switch.
I don't need to eat for the next month or 2. I'm okay.
Grandmaster, how are they gonna play if they have no power? Because they
You
can't
know
pay
what?
the bill.
You can't
That's
even pay
not
their
my
bill.
problem. That's not my problem.
Clearly, it's not yours. Clearly,
Gotta worry about that.
Screw the family that's trying to make ends meet. That wants to enjoy some family time on a Switch too. $90
Grandmaster.
is just inflation.
That is not my
Grandmaster.
problem.
Grandmaster, the issue with that is that all the kids' friends all their friends are gonna get the Switch too, and that kid is gonna get if they're gonna get the Nintendo Witch from Temu, they're gonna post it online.
The Temu Nintendo Switch.
Yo, the Temu Switch.
They're gonna get the Temu Switch.
I'm getting my Switch on Temu, bro.
Let me sing you my favorite song of 2024. That's just not my problem. That's just not my problem.
Grandmaster, the kids, the bully.
You don't care. You just don't care about them.
When I was a boy.
I'm sure you remember as a kid, if you didn't have the newer shoes, if you didn't have the FUBU jacket.
You know what? I say to those kids? Grow the fuck up.
Get a job. Get a job. I ran a lemonade stand when I was your age.
Correct. Them Girl Scouts, what do you think they're doing with that Girl Scout money?
Well, child labor laws are about to be abolished in Florida, so like they can work their asses off.
There you go. There it is.
Right.
Listen, these prices are insanity. I mean, what do you guys think about these? Like 90, mind you, there's a precedent being established here with Mario Kart being 90 physical and being 80 digital. Usually it's the inverse. Usually it's the digital version of a game that's more expensive than physical. This is Nintendo's way of trying to fizzle out buying physical media.
Which is why you need to buy the games, because they're going to really run out. The physical media are limited. I'm telling you 100%.
Do you like... There are people
what do you mean if I like it?
There are
Okay,
people
let me stop.
they're defending this.
No.
I just don't know what else to say.
Look, there are people, sadly, that are... They like the intelligence to think about complex issues. An $80 digital game is as expensive as the deluxe edition for a PS5 and Xbox game. What Nintendo just did to us right now, next generation of PlayStation 5 and Xbox that comes out in about 3 years, their base game is going to be $90 goddamn dollars, if not 100.
I ain't paying
So,
$90.
yes, you
for
will.
Sly
No,
Cooper
yes,
5.
you will.
No.
Not Sly Cooper 5.
No. But you see, that's the issue. If you think about it, because Ubisoft was already ahead of the curve with their clownery, releasing $120 edition of Deluxe Ultimate Edition. Think about it. Ubisoft Ultimate Edition is usually $130. It's gonna most likely be costing around $160 to $170 in 3 years. That is the price of what a collector's edition for a game was maybe 5 to 10 years ago. So for a base game, we're gonna be playing collector's edition. Now, if you want to buy collector's edition, it's not gonna be $200 anymore. You're gonna probably be looking at $300 to $400. That's a whole goddamn system. There's an issue with that. There needs to be a limit. I don't care what it is. Personally speaking, I'm not paying full price. I'm getting my game two-way, either with sales, or I'm gonna go on Amazon and buy a baklava mask and a BB gun, and I'm gonna camp out the store at midnight and say, "Give me your goddamn Mario Party." I have children. Like, I know.
You want to commit crimes. That's your answer to. You know what? No, I mean, if anything,
allegedly committed crime because I haven't done anything. I'm just, that's just thoughts.
You're saying Nintendo's encouraging you to do this because not everyone can afford a goddamn.
So when you go rob them at gunpoint, you're gonna be like, "This is Nintendo's fault. This is not my fault."
I'm gonna say it's reverse affluenza. I'm sure you guys remember affluenza.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say it's reverse. Remember Grandmaster? Affluenza is the one where the rich kid actually hits some people with his car, and he said that he didn't know any better because he was rich and he was an affluent kid. He suffered from affluenza. I'm gonna claim
affluenza. Oh,
yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. This is gonna be reverse affluenza. I'm gonna be camping out some store because I know there are gonna be some kids or some punk that is 100-pound size walking out, and all he's gonna know is back. And I have my new Switch.
You're bringing weight into this. You said I'm gonna pick on the 100-pound kid because he can't run either. Let me get him.
It could be an adult. It could be an adult. It could be that kid, walking around. I got my new Mario Party. I got my new Switch, and I'm gonna walk around. It's like, thank you for the gift.
Nintendo's most wanted. I'm telling you.
You know what? Lock them both up.
Secret
Lock them both up.
I'm telling you.
Be safe.
Depending on the multiplayer game, I might have to create a separate account because I will go crazy. They might IP ban me. I'm just saying.
They probably should at this point.
Correct.
But
I'm not a fan of the prices. It's
the prices
high.
are the prices are ridiculous.
The Switch price is fine. The games,
okay. The console itself is fine. That is more than justified. The $450.
I would argue no, because
no to what?
They could have made it $330 like it is in Japan. Because in Japan, the only difference within the Japanese version, because in Japan there's two versions. There's the Japanese only version, which is only the Japanese language, so that's all you can get on the Switch, right? And it's region lock. And they also have a multi-language version of the Switch in Japan that costs $130 more. So technically, they have two versions in Japan. They don't only have one. They could have done the same thing. They could have given me an English-only version, a French-only version, obviously not Spanish because I don't speak Spanish, but they could have found a way to lower the price. To me, it's total BS. There's no reason for a Japanese kid to buy this system for $330 and I'm buying this for $450.
It's probably just the currency conversion over
there. No, even if there's a currency conversion and everything, it's still outrageous. And at least we live in the state. Can you imagine what the price is in Canada and Australia? Because the Canadian price is always $10 to $20 more than us in terms of games.
Wait, but
mind you, the tariffs that we're getting, this is the price of what it is right now. The tariffs are gonna
screw everything up.
Yeah. It might. And
wait a minute, I thought you said the tariffs were gonna help us.
It's supposed to help the economy.
Like you
You
see,
mean to tell me my Switch could have been cheaper?
but no. I found that's a fu to the international audience for Nintendo to do that. Personally, that's what it is. They could have taken the L on the system price. They're gonna make $1 billion on the Mario
With
game
prices
and
like that on their games, they are.
I mean, let's go over this because we talk about prices, right? The Mario Kart game. Do we know if it's in the cartridge? Because some games come with the case,
That is
but it's a
interesting.
digital download.
Yes,
But let's assume
Right.
it is the cartridge, right? You buy it for $90. The DLC for Mario Kart 8 costs $60. Do you think the DLC for this one is also going to be $60? Because it's not 90. At that point, you're looking at a minimum of $150 per game that gets DLC. So if you look at Fire Emblem, they're going to get a DLC. Mario Kart is going to get a DLC. Hyrule Warrior, that game that you guys are excited about,
get DLC.
that's not an $80 game or a $90 game. That's $150 because you have to buy the DLC. So nobody's thinking about DLC right now because it's the beginning, but there are obviously DLCs coming out that are going to inflate the price. And you want the DLC for the complete edition. $150 for Mario Kart? Really?
Not for me.
Speak, Grandmaster.
Not for me.
Speak.
Oh, I mean, I'm just gonna buy the base game and start with that.
Well, I know.
I'm not big on DLCs.
What about Smash?
Smash was the only exception where I
Smash.
That's 150.
But also
minimum.
Smash, I waited.
Smashers might have multiple DLCs.
Well, Smash, I waited until multiple characters were release, and then you buy them all in one go.
Yeah,
but how much?
It's still the same price, even if you bought it in the beginning.
But yes, yeah. Ultimately, that's the only game I was like actively buying DLC for.
So for something like this, because there's going to be a Smash game on the Switch too.
Oh yeah, they're not breaking that model. Yeah, they're going to do that again.
I imagine you want to get it physical. That's going to be $90 up front.
Yeah.
They're going to sell Smash for $90, and then
I'm looking at it right now,
and then
I'm sorry, I don't know how the DLCs are spread out, but the Smash has 2 season pass or 2 fighters pass for $25 each. So for the Smash, technically it costs $110 right now. I mean, it costs $120 right now if you want the complete edition.
Shit's wild.
We're already at 90 compared to 120.
Yeah, so what we looking at? What, 200 or something?
200 because you have to assume that the DLC are going to be $30. It might be $34.99 because either they do $29.99 or $34.99 for each, plus taxes. You're looking at $200 for the complete edition for Smash.
I'm gonna say
that's a Switch Lite.
Because Smash, I definitely skip some. Like to this day, I do not have PD Piranha or whatever the Piranha plant.
But that's because you bought individual DLC, which is worse because each DLC costs $6, which means for the best bang for your buck would have been to buy the season pass.
Probably.
No, it is like it's straight up that.
I mean, listen. You either 10 toes down or you're not.
Honestly, you're gonna have to sell your toes to play this game. You better go to OnlyFeet and start uploading.
No, it's like I think it's like you better saw your toes off. Better donate more plasma. It's like
donate that plasma.
And it's not only that. Remember, they're also getting rid of the gold points. So that little discount you used to get for buying DLC if you bought physical game the first year and you registered them to your Switch.
I mean, that's really, that's if you bought anything. Like if you bought any brand new physical game or digital game,
no matter what the year is,
you would accrue points.
Yeah, that's another bonus. Like for example, I have 400 points right now. That's $4. I know that when the Zelda game update, when they announce it next week, I'm definitely buying that $10 or $20. I know I have $4 off on it, but that's done. That's done. Like they're literally taking away pieces of things they used to give you, increasing the price, setting up PlayStation to get even more thirsty because Xbox is no longer a competition. The PlayStation is going to sell their base game at $100. And people are joking about GTA 5 being $100. I'd be damned if I buy a goddamn game for $100. What the hell do I look like to you?
You bought Sparking Zero for over $100.
Deluxe edition.
It is. No, I get it. I get it.
Exactly. But somebody has to get robbed. Y'all better start locking your door because I'm gonna throw the.
You're gonna what? You're gonna what? You're gonna what?
I'm gonna walk around.
Give
And
me your games, Grandmaster.
If you give
Oh,
us,
so you too? You part of it?
yes,
No.
Yes.
you're the
Yes.
weakest slang, Grandmaster. We're rolling down, and
You're gonna be the one that's gonna buy all the games. It's like you're
Exactly.
the target.
Okay.
yeah. This is
Okay.
communism from now
You-
on.
you-
It's all about sharing. Capitalism is dead.
You want
It's
to
not
buy
your game,
these.
it's our game.
Exactly. You
How
want to
about,
play?
how about we just rotate? Someone buys this game, you buy the next one, and
No.
then we, rotation begins. And then
No,
if you want to
because there's a
join,
hierarchy. As the beta, you have to. You heard me.
I think I'm at the top. I'm the alpha. I set the rules.
You're the
Grandmaster.
alpha of the wolf pack.
I set the rules.
Grandmaster.
If I'm
you will
buying the
be-
games, I make the rules.
Grandmaster, you will be buying as the Nintendo fan that has defended this company like it was its own child. I've never seen somebody love a company that much. You have to buy their game
Oh.
day one. Support your local developers.
Well, it's not the only company he loves, but
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't help us. We have to look out for us first.
Also, I'm
some would
not
call-
this
some would
big
call it
Nintendo.
loyalty.
I'm not this big Nintendo defender that you think I am. But again, the precedents being set here, I do not
Yeah.
like it.
I don't like it,
It-
either.
No,
Yeah.
it's
'Cause
it, like the ripple effect of this is gonna be pretty
What
nasty.
it's what it's gonna do, because this happened when the PS5 came out. AAA game developers like Ubisoft, your EAs, your Activision saw a next gen upgrade. Gaming's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they're like,
Yeah.
hey, you know what we could get away with? Charging games for $70.
Yup.
Who's gonna tell
Yeah.
us to stop? They started doing that, and then from that set a precedent for every future game to come out saying, hey, they did it for 70, so can we.
And
You know
we-
what's crazy? When a game
And-
comes out for 60, people are excited to buy it for 60.
Which is insane.
That's
insane.
insane.
And I know
that
that
used to be like new price.
and then
Yeah.
and then
Before.
people are saying like, oh well, when you adjust for inflation, it makes sense. Games have to go up. Meanwhile, job salaries have not gone up at all. The economy is shit. So
No,
where's
even
this money
better.
coming from?
No,
Where's this money
even
coming
the-
from?
The difference is that the games 10 years ago or 15 years ago were almost completed. If you got a DLC, that was extra content that was almost never needed. Now it's needed. Not only that, most of these games have in-game microtransaction, where you can buy
you got
weapon
your-
or outfit or other stuff that boosts up your gameplay.
Your card packs, these kids are spending a shit ton of money in their FIFAs and in their NBA
Yes.
2Ks to get those gold packs.
those ultimate teams.
Dr. Mondo knows Ultimate Team,
No. I never
know.
bought a pack.
but it's in there, and it's like
But
yes.
kids like
Oh no, for
they,
sure.
they
It's
ain't
like
thinking
the
about
Ultimate
like, oh,
Team
do I
packs?
need to?
That's
No, it's
like
not. It's not only
EA's
that.
holy grail is FIFA.
No, it's not only.
transaction.
No, it's not only that. It's that sometimes they give you like a rare card as a trial card for like 14 days. So they practically sample you the crack and you get addicted to the best player.
You're
and
like,
then
see
you
how
miss
good
out the
this
player, and you're like,
is?
"Hmm,
See how
I
good
need
this
that
player is?
player.
It's like,
I need
oh,
that
And
damn.
see, this industry is not starving for money, especially a company like Nintendo. Nintendo's not starving for money. They are charging $90 because they can,
Yeah.
they can, and they
And-
will, and people will still buy it because it has defenders even to this day that are saying, yeah, 90 makes sense. 90
No.
makes sense. It has to be 90. No, it doesn't. Absolutely,
only
it does
that.
not.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Most of Nintendo profit last gen came from their sale of their games, not even their system either. But it was just DLC and other stuff, right?
That was most of their profit. And not only that, the Nintendo Switch is the best-selling goddamn console
Of all time.
of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. It overshot the PS2. The PS2 had
Yeah.
that crown before. So you're telling me, oh, poor old Nintendo struggling in its backwater shack in Japan needs to charge $90 to little Timmy down the street for a Mario Kart tour. Get the hell out of here, man.
Actually, it's
Nah.
not even $90. We need to start including taxes. if depending on where you
100.
live,
Make it 100. Make it 100.
depending on where you live, it's $100 per game. Because
Make it
taxes
100.
range from
Because
6
taxes are
to
gonna.
Add the delivery fee if you're ordering off Amazon.
no, it has to be pickup. It has to be pickup. You can't be ordering on Amazon anymore. That's extra money right there. Because depending on taxes, it's 6 to 10% on the state. God forbid you live in a shithole like California, like you're paying over $100 for a
Illinois,
game.
like,
We about to do a Fast and Furious on an Amazon truck.
I'm not even joking.
Oh, what Fast Five?
Hypothetically,
Fast Five style?
if I was walking down the street and there was a truck turnover and a bunch of Switch games fell on the floor, I mean, I mean, what happens happened.
I mean, we could be better people and protest these prices.
Protest!
By doing what?
Protest!
By standing back and watching people have fun, like Squidward in the mirror, watching SpongeBob and Patrick running with their Switch 2.
Boycott!
We gotta go to Nintendo World at Epic Universe, and we're gonna stand arm in arm and block the entrance to Super Nintendo.
Like arm in arm while we're on the line for the roller coaster or whatever.
Look, I didn't even count like their stuff outside of gaming. They made $1 billion from that goddamn Super Mario movie, and they're gonna make billions at these goddamn parks that they already have. But they gotta charge 90. They gotta charge us 90.
And that goddamn Nintendo store selling their physical thing also makes money. And you see the biggest issue that no one has thought about again. And Dr. Mundo, you might not know this because with PlayStation and Xbox and PC, games goes on sale all the time.
Yeah.
Switch game do not go on sale.
Oh, yeah.
Switch games, PlayStation also started that mess this gen. The lowest a PlayStation game has been
a
as
PlayStation 5 game.
It's usually around 45. That's the best deal you're gonna get, unless it's some really obscure game that didn't really sell well. But most of them are 45 as long as it's AAA. Nintendo game are gonna be 90 today until 5 years from now. For God's sake,
you might see it for 80 at most.
No,
on
at
a
most,
sale,
but guess
on a good
what?
Day.
But guess what? They even increased the price of Tears of the Kingdom to 80 goddamn dollar from 60 for a remaster.
Mind you, that's the Switch 2 version.
No, it is the
game.
Switch 2. But
yes.
okay, but let's be real. The Switch 2 version probably doesn't have anything crazy except for FPS unlock and slight graphical upgrade, which is not a big deal. And guess what? The FPS unlock, there was a report a couple months back that said that the FPS unlock was already in the game file. So people knew it was coming out.
Oh, yeah, there was, yeah.
So again, it's really a switch they have to turn on. Shoop, that's it. They charge an extra $20. Is that fair?
Greedy. It's greed.
No, it is straight up greed. You selling at this point. I mean, even the base game is $70 now. That game came out in 2018, and instead of selling it for the same price or giving a sale, you're selling it for $70 goddamn dollars.
It's more expensive now than what it was when it came out.
Yes. So what I was telling Dr. Jace, there are certain games that if you want, because we have to assume all of the major games or all major companies are going to release an update. You have to go on a run right now and buy certain games for cheap to eBay, Amazon, or other suppliers, and then pray that they get an update. Because if they get an update, you most likely are going to end up paying less than if you bought the game full price to the Switch 2. It's simple as that. Yeah.
It's what you have to do.
Like, for example, Grandmaster, he bought the first Zelda game, I believe, for $30, right?
Wait, the first one?
No, he bought it day one.
No, but I'm saying, I'm saying Dr. Jace. No, Dr. Jace.
Oh, I bought it for 30.
You bought it for 30.
I bought Breath of the Wild for 30.
Okay, assuming that the upgrade is $25, that is $55. You still walk out with $15 of profit compared if you just buy it straight up right now for $70.
Yeah, that's true.
You see?
It really depends on how much that upgrade pack is.
It cannot be more than 25.
25 I'm telling you, if they are justifying 90 for goddamn Mario Kart, at this point I'm willing to accept anything from Nintendo because they have the balls to sell it for 90.
But even then, I don't see it being more than 25. That is it.
I don't see it being more than 25. 25 was my number. I bet the upgrade pack cost 25. I bet it costs 25
which is
per game.
ridiculous.
It is. It's absurd. I disagree with it completely. But it's Nintendo. Nintendo fans are gonna be Nintendo fans and say we gotta help Nintendo. Support your local indie dev.
Or you have to pray the company release the update for free. Which they
like some are, like Pokemon.
We stand hand in hand.
No, somebody's gonna post their receipt in the group chat on April 9, whatever time that thing get posted, and it's gonna be a domino effect of people having fear of missing out. That's all it is. Plus, you want that exclusive coin. You want that exclusive
I know
coin.
I want the coin. Listen, regardless of how bad these prices are, as much as I hate to say it, I am buying a Switch 2 on day one. I am. I'm gonna get it. They sold me enough on it. But some of these, it's a bittersweet thing. I was so excited for everything they showcased in the Direct, and then all the news came out afterwards about how much games are going to cost. And it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. But we'll see. I know Dr. Mondo's not getting it day one, but what about the rest of you? Are day one, Switch 2? Why are you thinking about it?
If the money is there, you'll
make it there. You'll make it there.
You'll make the money to get it on day one.
No, personally, I had the money.
Again, my tax bracket is down here.
Personally, I had the money set aside like a while ago because I knew it was gonna be that. But even then, I don't feel like it yet. But at the same time, I have fear of missing out because of what I have.
FOMO's a real thing.
Yeah, like with the base Switch, I didn't get it until years down the road, and I felt like I paid the same price if I had gotten it day one, so it really didn't matter.
Same with my Switch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I bought my Switch a year. Switch came out what, 2017?
2017?
Yeah.
I didn't buy a Switch till 2019, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay,
you don't want to miss out.
Yeah, and like this time, unlike the PlayStation, Nintendo has steps to make sure that scalpers don't buy the game. You need to have a Nintendo account. You need to have certain gameplay hour. You need to have a Nintendo membership. If you have those things, you're put on a higher priority list compared to some newcomer. And you're listed as one Nintendo Switch per account. So even if you can't buy it from Best Buy, which personally, that's where I'm going to try to buy it from, that way I can go pick it up instead of having it shipped to me. Because if I'm wanting to rob somebody, I know some bastard is going to rob me.
You keep harping on this robbing thing, man. At this point, we're going to get like docked.
No, I'm telling you, if somebody robs me of my Switch on delivery, I am burning all of this state to the ground. You will see me on the 9 o'clock news, Haitian menace. That's it.
Where's my Switch?
Yeah.
Where is my Switch?
It's not even that. You're just going to see me laughing on the fire, just like Stitch when he crashed the jet first time on the plane.
Laughing.
Yes, just like that. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it has to be pick up.
Oh boy, we'll see. I mean,
I will go that far, even further. Watch out.
And I believe it too. Nintendo made me do this. Made me do this.
I'm telling you, the Switch release date is gonna be just like Black Friday back in the day. People are gonna be running each other down.
Wait, when does it release again?
June 25th?
No, June 8 or 9. June 8 or 9, but it releases at midnight at selected place like Best Buy. They have a midnight release. Best Buy hasn't done a midnight release for a system.
Wait, so like June 8th is a Sunday and June 9th is a Monday, so
yeah, so
June 5th.
Sunday,
June 5th.
Oh, then that's a Thursday.
That's a
June
Thursday.
5th.
So that Wednesday night, they're gonna be some poor bastard sitting in front of a line at midnight at Best Buy, ready to pick up their Switch. And where there's suckers, there's a willing thief.
Jesus. We're not committing crimes on here. God damn it.
I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. We're going to make a video on June 5th, and we're going to see
you can make a video on June 5th. No, you can make a video. Listen.
We're going to see people getting robbed of their Switch at the store. And we already seen what people are doing with the Pokemon cards. Think about it.
We've seen it. We've seen it. I know Nintendo fans are a different breed of... Let me not go there. They're a different breed.
Yes. Animals, yes.
Animals, yes.
Yes.
But I'd say that wraps up our thoughts here on the Switch 2. Overall, good stuff announced. But at the same time, there are disappointing things to learn about the direction Nintendo's going. But, they're going to be successful. They are Nintendo. They're going to keep raking in that money. You know, Switch 2 is gonna sell a bajillion more bucks. It's just how it is. Inevitable. It's just how it is. But let us know what you guys think down in the comments below regarding the Switch 2 and any games that are coming out. Whether you're listening to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, at the Yonko Table. Thank you for everyone in the chat that stopped by to say hello. Let's take a look at the poll to see what people had to say. I asked a random ass question. It was, how did y'all like the Switch 2 reveal? We got 6 votes in. So 33% said it was great. 33% said $90 for a game is way too damn much. And 33% said $450 for a console is fair. No one even cared about Pokemon.
Because the game is going to suck.
I've heard mixed things on Pokemon. Some people really genuinely don't care about the new Pokemon
if it's like
game.
Pokemon Arceus, it's going to suck. That's what I'm saying.
I'll wait till the actual next generation.
You're gonna buy this one.
I didn't play Arceus, so
Arceus, buy it. We want to try it.
I don't want to play it. I don't care.
If he plays that and not Elden Ring, I'm gonna throw a fit.
I'm a mainstay Pokemon, not spinoffs.
Makes sense. I'm waiting for your Sekiro gameplay, by the way. We want to have that.
You can keep waiting.
Show us your combat prowess.
You have to do it.
Yeah, let me go take out the con real quick. Let's close this up so I can go play some Ghost.
I'm your Yonko host, Dr. JaceAttorney, fellow Yonko Grandmaster Hoop, and Supernova's Jet Black Toasty, and Dr. Mondo. Signing off here, folks. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm not even gonna close it out with the song because this was disappointing. That price tag, that price tag.
DK, the Donkey Kong.
Boom,
DK.
boom, boom, boom.
Their rap is actually pretty catchy.
It is.
Fortunately.
Unfortunately.
Recording